Okay, all right. Let's do this again, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Don. This is Buffalo SportsCenter. Let's torture ourselves again here tonight as the very mid Buffalo Sabres, who are coming off a devastating 3-0 loss at home to Toronto. It was at home, but you couldn't tell looking at the TV. They take on the Washington Capitals, who are in the middle of a playoff march. They have really gone off in the last month or so. They are determined to make it back to the playoffs, and right now they're only 1 point back of the Philadelphia Flyers for third in the Metro. So the Capitals, unlike the Sabres, still have a lot to play for. Alexander Ovechkin continues his march towards the goal mark, the NHL goal record set by Wayne Gretzky. So he's going to be fired up tonight as well. And Charlie Lindgren has been fantastic for the Washington Capitals as of late. The youth has really picked up here for Washington. If only the youth picked up for the Buffalo Sabres, the Sabres could be in the same position Washington is in right now. Alas, we are not. Off to the store, chips and some pops. Yeah? Nice. You'll notice that I haven't been streaming as much as of late. And it's only due to the Sabres just really frustrating the hell out of me every time I come on. Yeah, only the diehard fans are left. And I mean, I'm almost gone, okay? Like, I don't know about you guys, I am very much ready for the season to be over. This has been a complete waste of an 82-game stretch. Just like 2016-17, where the Sabres had, playoff expectations then. But yeah, I don't know. It's been really frustrating. Hopefully they can win here tonight. It was very embarrassing watching what happened Saturday night against Toronto. That was one of the most embarrassing organizational displays I have ever seen. The entire arena was invaded by Toronto fans. And of course, Austin Matthews scored his 60th against Buffalo. That's going to be in the record books. Feels like everyone accomplishes some sort of record against Buffalo. But yeah, that was a game that the Sabres had multiple chances to get back into. But again, goal scoring and a lack of production from their big boys, namely Dylan Cousins, really doomed this team. And it's the same issues that have been popping up all season long. There seems to be no end in sight. It just never will happen. But folks, it's going to be me for the periods. Cal will be on during the intermissions. He's also kind of given up, and I don't blame him. If I were a lesser fan, I'd given up a long time ago. But this is what I do, and I do still enjoy streaming, even though the Sabres have nothing to play for at this point. Agreed, this season sucked, but don't stop, please. Keep it going next year. Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be interesting what happens next year. I would love to continue the streams, and I don't know. I can't really say whether or not at this point, whether or not I will be streaming much next year, if at all. And that's not because of the Sabres. No, that's because I am going off to graduate school. So my life is going to get a lot busier. I'm going to be studying a whole lot more. It may just kind of be a situation where if I have time, I'll stream. If I have an off night, I'll stream. If not, though, then I think even though they're only, I've only streamed 20-something times this year, that may go down. Or it may go up. Look on the opposite, offhand. I don't know, I may have more time next year. I highly doubt it, but we shall see. But I don't really know if I can tell you whether or not at this point, whether or not, which way it's going to go. I hope I can continue to stream next year. I really do. But I'm not sure yet. I'm not so sure. But tonight, it's going to be a little bit longer until puck drop because the Sabres are going to honor Jeff Skinner pregame. It's his 1,000th NHL game. He spent time between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Buffalo Sabres, of course. And as something that's been really talked about online is the fact that Jeff Skinner, this is his 1,000th NHL game, and he has yet to appear in a playoff game at the NHL level. So, poor guy. Poor guy. He just has never been able to catch a break. Yeah, but again, going back to the future of like streaming and stuff, and I've talked to Cal a little bit about this. I just can't tell you right now whether or not I'm going to be streaming a whole lot next year. It's gonna have to be on a nightly basis. I don't know if I'll have schedules. We'll see. Now, if the Sabres and Bills are both again good next year, then I may make more of an effort to go out of my way to stream. But say the Sabres are in what they're in right now, then I'll get to it when I feel like it. I'm not gonna put off studying just to watch the Sabres get yoinked at home ice 5-1 against the Columbus Blue Jackets or something. I mean, I'm a diehard fan, but the Sabres have a lot to do to win me back at this point. They really sucked us back in last season just to rip it out again this year. It's very frustrating, but anyways, the Capitals are coming off a 3-2 overtime loss to the Boston Bruins. They played a solid game on that night, and I don't know. I think a lot of people were kind of surprised that the Capitals were good, that they are in the playoff hunt, that they are actually going for this, and that they may actually do it. But it's all been because of Charlie Lindgren. Darcy Kemper has not been good. He's been really mid this year for the Washington Capitals. It's been Charlie Lindgren over the last 2 months or so, and he's been doing really good. He's kind of emerging for the Capitals, and that's been the story of the season for them. They're young guns, and I can go down the lineup here. Talk about Alexei Protas, the Belarusian. Also talk about Connor McMichael, Alexander Alexeyev, Hendrix Lapierre, of course, Ivan Miroshnichenko. God, these are a lot of Russian, Eastern European names. Rasmus Sandin has been good. Just a lot of guys, and even some of their older players have been still steady. Like John Carlson has been good as of late. TJ Oshie has not gotten in the way. And of course, Ovechkin is doing OV kind of things. But yeah, the Washington Capitals may actually make it into the playoffs with a negative goal differential. Nice. Now, I don't know if all of you guys have been seeing the fact that there are rumors the NHL may expand the playoffs. The Sabres still can't get in then. Looks like TJ Oshie is not playing tonight, by the way. No Oshie. It's too bad. The teams ahead of us gave us a chance, but we blew it. Yeah, there's no one else that the Sabres should blame but themselves. It's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Yeah, so Miroshnichenko is skating on the ice with Ovi and McMichael, Sarbosa with Protas and Lapierre, Abe Kubel and Nicholas Dowd, and who the hell is this? Beck Melanson. Okay, that's nice. If Connery wins 6 games this year, the Sabres season is more exciting, just saying. He started 10 games, only won once. We wasted 10 games, and in a year where the Sabres, all they needed was a couple more games. Even look at this point. The Capitals currently occupy that final... Actually, no, it's Detroit. Is it Detroit? Let me see the NHL standings. Either way, the Sabres stand 7 points back. But think about it. You go through the year. Imagine if the Sabres swept Anaheim. That's 4 points right there. They should have swept Anaheim. They'd be only 3 points back. Imagine if they didn't give up 9 goals on home ice to the Columbus Blue Jackets. 1 point. That's a matter of 3 games right there. You're 3 games, if you're the Buffalo Sabres. You were 3 games away from your season still being alive instead of where it is right now, which is absolute mediocrity. Hell. It's hell. And they are currently 7th. Wow. Sabres are just bad. Yeah, so the Washington Capitals currently occupy that final wild card spot. Detroit currently tied on points, but Washington is 2 games at hand, so Washington really needs to win this game. And Philadelphia may have to start looking over their back shoulder here, because they are only 1 point ahead of Washington. So let's say Washington wins tonight, and Washington has 3 games at hand over the Flyers. So let's say they capitalize on all those extra games at hand, then wow, it's really like Florida or Philadelphia may find themselves outside of the playoffs in about a week or so. But yeah, the Capitals have been heating up as of late. The Sabres, meanwhile, just trudging along. They're 5-5-0 in their last 10. They are 500 on the season, currently on pace for only 82 points. And talk about deja vu, this is what got Dan Bylsma fired. Can we get Don Granato fired? Is that possible, or are we going to pretend that we are trying to maintain stability with our coaching staff? The home record this season is 18-19-1. Mid. So mid. So mid. Yeah, it's just not good enough. It's not been good enough across all fronts, and it's also really frustrating. The Sabres have, if you look at regulation wins, the Sabres have the third most out of the pack chasing the wild card spot. They are only 2 games off the Devils. Same thing goes for their wins and overtime wins, regulation and overtime wins. And their goal differential also isn't horrible. Them and the Pittsburgh Penguins are both not terrible. It's just the Sabres couldn't get it done in the biggest of moments. Only 5 overtime losses. Imagine if the Sabres, but there's a couple of those games, they push those games to overtime. It's the fractions. It's the very small margins that we are talking about here. The Sabres, it's a frustrating season. There are a couple big missed opportunities for this team. They couldn't get out of their way. They never got ice hot, and they never went ice cold. They never went red hot or ice cold. It was just that middling, if you win 2 games, you're going to lose in the next 2 games. You win 1, you lose 1. You win 2, you lose 3. As a result, yeah. Well, I mean, the season ticket holders are just done. I don't know. I haven't talked to anyone there's no one that I know that's still a season ticket holder for the Buffalo Sabres. I don't know if they exist. Not sure if they exist. So, yeah, the Sabres have better odds to get Macklin Celebrini than they are to make the playoffs at this point. Sabres have a 0.1% chance. If they lose here tonight to Washington, then it's over. It's so over. Now, if they win, they're only 4 points out, but it's a pipe dream, ladies and gents. It's a pipe dream with 6 games left after tonight. And if you look ahead to the Sabres schedule, it's a very difficult one, but imagine if this still mattered. You'd face a wild card rival here tonight with Washington, a wild card rival with Philly, a wild card rival with Detroit, again Washington, and then Tampa to close out the season. 5 of your remaining 7 games would be high stakes. It could have been exciting. So exciting. But instead, no. Yeah, if all those games we lost by 1 goal and we tied it instead, yeah. Exactly. Look at the New York Islanders, a much inferior team to the Buffalo Sabres, and they are ahead over the Sabres in the standings right now, despite having 3 less wins in regulation. But you just look at it. They have 15 overtime losses, or shootout losses. It's the fine margins. I'm telling you, it's the fine margins. 9 people in the chat. Make sure, folks, to hit that like button. Like this stream as well. Going to get the algorithm on our side here tonight. Get as many people into this depressing stream as possible. No, it's not going to be depressing. But anyways, folks, both teams are out at center ice. Looks like the Sabres are wearing the goat heads for Jeff Skinner's 1,000th game. Capitals in their road whites. Here we go. Face-off at center ice won initially by the Washington Capitals. They win it back to their defensive partners, and now they'll circle it into the Sabres zone. Luukkonen is starting in net for the Buffalo Sabres. He has not had a great couple of games recently, but his team has just kind of left him out to dry here. But here comes Buffalo trying to go through the center of the ice. Tage Thompson, that pass went off his stick. Capitals will throw it again back into the Sabres zone. Dahlin off the end boards, straight to Owen Power. And now Power will have some space, and he will skate it up ice. Here comes Owen Power. Finds Tuck, crosses the blue line, goes down the far side. Literally no one in attendance. Lots of Capitals fans, by the way, that made the trip up from the Capitol. Not a lot of Sabres fans, and it looks like the Sabres fans are just done, which is unfortunate. Skinner, this is his big night. It's coming as, No, they're not playing for anything. But here's Skinner on the far walls, tries to make a move, has the puck stripped, carried away by Nick Jensen. He finds Dylan Strome up ice. He'll look to the far side for Sonny Milano, back to Strome, trying to go across ice to the center slot. Had that pass picked off. Now Tage carries out of his own zone with it, sends a pass cross ice to Quinn. Quinn, he had a really rough game against Toronto, by the way. I watched that. He made a couple of questionable passes. But Peterka, to the point, Jokiharju's one-timer blast straight into the gut of Lindgren. If Comrie wins 4 out of 10 games, the Sabres are a contender. For the playoffs, yeah. But we wasted our time playing Eric freaking Comrie. The Sabres' 3-goal rotation at the beginning of the season was an absolute joke. One of the worst coaching mismanagements that I can remember in recent times. Offensive zone faceoff here for the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, and you look at this camera feed, you just see a bunch of Capitals fans, almost no Sabres fans in existence in the lower bowl. Hard to justify going to a game with no consequence on a Tuesday night. Yeah, I'm not blaming Sabres fans. There's no consequence. Why would people pay $50 to waste their time with this team? After 13 years, no, there's no reason. Sabres again back into the Capital zone. They're ringing this one around to the near side. Connor Clifton skates this one forward. He's gotten better as of late. He's up to 4 or 5 goals. I think just 4 actually on the season. Maybe it's 5. Could be 5. But he's starting to get involved more offensively. Eric Robinson crossed the Capitals' blue line to the far side. Quinn couldn't control it. Neither could Cousins. Now it goes back to Trevor Van Riemsdyk. His pass goes off a Sabres skate. And he turns it over. Here comes with speed. Peterka drops it back to the point. Power, cross ice to Dahlin. His shot deflects just wide of the target. Now it's carried away. The rebound picked up by Abe Kubel. He gets decked in the corner, though, by Dylan Cousins. But Washington controls play. Oh, but they turn it over again. Good play by the kids line here. Cousins to the end boards, trying to battle away. Peterka also couldn't get there, and the Capitals finally will get it out of the zone with LaPierre. Here comes LaPierre across the Sabres blue line with the speed. Trailer pass. One-timer, they score. Leaked right through. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen on the first shot of the game. The Capitals make it count. That's one that Luukkonen's going to want to have back. He has not looked like himself as of late. But it's Michael Farabee. 1-0 Washington. And already the Sabres, that was just weak play. It starts again. I mean, no one challenges the defenseman. Luukkonen has a clear sight of the puck. I'm not sure where his confidence has gone, but it went 5-hole. Should have just put Housecat in and let it work itself out. Yeah, I don't know, but Luukkonen doesn't look all that good recently either. He's not ending the season well. So another face-off at center ice, won by Washington. Why do the Sabres just like to waste everyone's time? Why do I even put up with these streams? It's because I like talking to you guys live, but yeah, whatever. Sabres turn it over again. Miroshnichenko to the point. Floats one towards the front of the net. Ovi was sitting there waiting for the tip, but Byram steals it away from him. Now Ovi, behind the goal line, below the goal line, finds Miroshnichenko. Miroshnichenko out of the corner looking for the pass on the backhander. Does good work to get around Byram. Now he gets the pass through Jokiharju, all the way through actually, to Connor McMichael. McMichael to Miroshnichenko to the point for Farabee. Farabee across. A point shot, deflects, didn't make it through. Ovi, I think, blocked it himself. Now he cross-checks a man against the boards. No call there. Ovi, nice move out of the corner. Centers this one. Picked off by the Sabres. Can't clear it, though. Now another shot doesn't make it through. Now Peterka, breakaway pass. Tuck is in, all alone, to the backhander. Slows down, still has it. On Lindgren, takes the shot and stopped by Lindgren. He got slowed down by the defenseman at the final second and couldn't get great wood on it. Now Faravari, Clifton, nice move. Clifton trying to feed it forward, but can't get it there. Washington steals it back, but Peyton Krebs steals it from Sonny Milano. Here's Clifton looking far side. Pass is picked off. Here comes an odd man rush for the Capitals. Milano, shot, glove save, rebound, fought off by Luukkonen. He does not look comfortable right now feeling up that puck. Yeah, they're the new Bills. Apathetic and boring. just mid. Here's Bryson. Below the goal line, takes that one away from the Capitals. Now the Sabres can get forward here with a couple of guys. Skinner, or that's Rusek, excuse me. Is that Rusek? Yeah, it is Rusek. Here's Rusek. Plays it, trying to find Skinner on the far side. Didn't find him. Instead found Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk forward to Milano. Back to Strome. Drops it one more time to Milano. Down low into the corner for Strome. Around behind the net. Centers this one. Nobody in particular, though, was standing in front of the net. But that goal from Ferravari for the Capitals, assisted by Sarbosa and, I didn't see, was that McMichael or Milano? I didn't see. But Sabres trying to stretch the play going forward. They find Cousins at the far blue line, trying to center this one, but his pass went off the Capitals' stick. And the Capitals again will skate this one forward. There's another shot stopped by Luukkonen. Just let him get a feel for the puck. Don't want him to continue to play like he's rattled. But that was a good play when Alex Tuch had that breakaway. Who was that? Ferravari, the guy who scored. He made a great effort to get back. Yeah, so Sabres still yet to find a goal on home ice here. What happened to that team last year? I can't help but to watch old clips of that, and they were so fun. They were so exciting. It was so fun to have a decent team, half-decent team again. And then they just shriveled up and regressed this year. Where has my time gone? Van Riemsdyk, another shot at the point, fought off by Luukkonen, rebound sits in front of the net, picked up by the Capitals. They're circling with it right now. LaPierre to the point for Alexeyev. His shot! Again, stopped. I think that hit the shoulder or the crossbar. But either way, it's not in the back of the net. Fourth line getting dogged out there. Eventually, the Capitals are forced to exit the zone here. They're going back all the way to their own zone. Sabres force him back. Now they'll get some line changes going here. But it's Alexeyev behind his own net, waiting for an option going up ice. Here he comes now. Alexeyev outside. Fumbled a little bit by John Carlson, but he still pushes it forward. Now Bryson off the end boards to Clifton, will just kind of whack at it. Finds Benson on the near side boards, plays it forward. Cousins gets around Ovechkin. Why did I have trouble saying his name? Cousins trying to get off the boards there. Had his puck lifted at the final second by John Carlson. He'll get it down the ice. Not far enough for an icing, though. Bryson again off the boards, kind of handcuffs his partner. Sabres do a decent job, though, getting it out of their own zone. And here's Benson with speed up ice. Finds Quinn, takes the shot. He almost found that far corner. I think it rang off the outside of the post. Now Dahlin with a one-timer. Nice save by Lindgren. Again, Dahlin, one-timer. This one goes right into the glove, again, of Lindgren. So a good shift there. They're gonna go to a commercial break, but Alex Ferravari with the only goal so far tonight on one that Luukkonen probably should have saved. It's such a disappointing yet predictable start. Sabres are minus 34 in first periods this season, by the way, including this goal here tonight. Why are Don Granato teams not ready in the first again? Michael Ferravari. Oh, guys. Why do we still support this team? Let me know if you're a Sabres fan or a Capitals fan, but either way, why isn't Levi playing? I think they just want to make sure that Luukkonen keeps up his confidence, and he's looks to have started to settle in after that early cheap goal, but he's still not looking great. He's faced a couple of absolute beatdowns recently. That Toronto game, I thought he played very good, but Sabres just did not play in front of him. Last year was full of more goals provided by the Sabres. That's correct. That is correct. Pittsburgh has just taken out a 1-0 lead over the Devils. So watch out. They win. They're only 3 points out. Ironworks need him to win the Calder Cup. Well, they'll send him down once this season is over. Don't worry about that. This team is just so boring this year. I swear, if Kevin Adams comes back and we roll with the same bunch of players, just saying, I'm not going to let that happen. All right, Sabres win the puck. Face off to the point. Dahlin's one-timer smacks off the knee there of Melanson. Now Dahlin keeps it in at the blue line. Finds Tuck. Goes across the power. Nice pass to find Dahlin. Now takes the shot again. Blocked. Rebound. Straight into the gut of Lindgren. He gives up no rebounds. So again, a couple more opportunities for the Sabres, but they just cannot find a way to beat the goalie. So frustrating. Time to protest like the A's are doing. I just don't care about the Sabres. I don't care enough to protest. I really don't. Is that a bad thing for me to say as a fan? I don't think it is. Anyways, Capitals, they win that face-off. They can go up ice a little bit here with some space on the near side boards. Dowd trying to find Abe Kubel. He finds him. Goes to the point for Ferravari. Another shot that goes just wide of Luukkonen. Rebound goes to the far boards. Peterka trying to chase after this one. He steals it away from his man. Now Thompson can go cross center ice back the other way. Drops it to Peterka. Peterka on the near side boards looking for an option. No trailer. Now tries to force one to the front of the net. Again tries to force it. But now it leaks to the front. Lindgren has to be alert there because Ferravari had that puck roll right off his stick. And it went straight to the front of the net. I'm so bored with this brand of hockey. Yeah, I know. At least we were kind of a little above mid with fun. We were having fun. That's what I'm fearing, Truth. I really do think that the Sabres should bring back Lindy Ruff as an assistant coach. Kevin Adams should force him to do it. Cousins leans into this face-off again, loses it. Capitals have it behind the net. Yes, we should bring in Lindy Ruff, have him be an assistant. If the Sabres haven't turned things around by Thanksgiving, then Don Granato, see ya, you're gone, bye-bye. It's just been a failure on all fronts this year, but the Sabres cause another turnover here. Jack Quinn in the corner turns it over. Strome steals it pretty easily from him. Now, again, the Capitals almost turn it over. They're having some trouble early on in this game to get it out of the zone. But they finally do with Sandin. Drops it to Strome, trying to go cross-ice, looking for the one-timer of Sonny Milano. But the pass went off a Sabre stick and up and out of play. There's Rasmus Sandin. He's been really good since being traded to the Capitals from the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right. The first line out here for the Capitals, OV, Miroshnichenko, and McMichael. They've all been really good. Yeah, associate coach, whatever the title is, bring in Lindy Ruff. Send a clear message to Don Granato that his seat is getting warm. But Sabres win the faceoff, get it out of the zone, but they turn it over right at center ice. But then the Capitals turn it right back over again. Here comes Rasmus Dahlin, shoots this one off a knee into the Caps zone. Van Riemsdyk is there, throws it around the boards. Ovechkin, nice pass to find Miroshnichenko going up ice. Miroshnichenko, it's a mouthful. McMichael gets stood up in the corner. Now the Sabres can lift this one forward. Rusek looking eye up in the air. Eventually has it settled down by Jeff Skinner. Now cross. Oh, Power couldn't get the final shot off. One too many passes. Now Skinner, great job to turn the puck over. Power had it right at the side of the net. Rusek does a good job to get it to the point as well. Here's Peyton Krebs, spins away from one pretty neatly, actually. He should drop it back. He won't. McMichael's all over him. Now he'll center this one. Skinner's fluttering shot goes just wide of Lindgren. Now the Capitals flake at it. They get it to the point. Clifton across to Power. Dangles, weaves his way to the middle of the ice. Now sends a bad pass towards the corner. Rusek couldn't handle it. Sabres can't get to it. Now they will. Clifton with a good pinch, but I think he just skated through the puck there. Who would have picked Peterka to be our number one goal scorer this year? I didn't. I thought he'd have a step forward, and he's really the only forward that's improved this season. Sabres send this one down the ice. Not far enough for an icing. Oof, Capitals dangerously played that one in front of their own net. But the Capitals, again, another turnover in the neutral zone. They're playing very sloppy. We're over halfway through this first period. Capitals still maintain the 1-0 lead. They go into the Sabres zone right in front of the net. John Carlson looking for the extra pass to the back post. That just missed. Bryson now coming down from the point. He was kind of out of position there, but the Capitals keep it alive here. Cross ice, Carlson, space, will step into this one. It goes to the front of the net. Luukkonen with a great pad save. He just robbed his man in front. I believe that was McMichael right there. Capitals, though, keeping the pressure alive. They throw this one to the near post. It's Ferravari. He's all over the ice here in this first period. Who would have thought? To Hendricks Lapierre. Lapierre to Ferravari at the point. Back down low along the boards. Now they get it behind the net. Sarbosa trying to get this one out in front, but it misses the mark. Now it'll finally go down the ice. Charlie Lindgren is there for the Capitals. He'll leave it for Michael Ferravari, the lone scorer here tonight. Capitals getting out of their own zone with neatness and efficiency. Nicholas Aube-Kubel into the Sabres zone. Jokiharju behind his own net. Loses control of that puck. Thompson now turns it over into the near corner. Thought a defenseman would be back there, but wasn't. Now Byram has to go back for it. Byram is kind of faded since his hot start here with the Sabres. He just looks not quite as fast. That Colorado effect has kind of burned away. Here's Tuck with a nice shot as he was curling into the zone. That one is stopped by Lindgren. He'll hold on. 8:32 to go in this first period. Again, MSG going to a commercial break. 8:30 to go, actually. Pardon me. We're doing this again? There we go. Yeah, so we got 15 people in the chat, folks. Make sure like and subscribe. I can't see how many likes we have currently. But, yeah, I'm so glad the Sabres are playing extremely boring. It's so on brand. Is this what Don Granato wanted to do when he instilled discipline into his team? Is this the idea? Play boring, play so boring, in fact, that it drains away all the creativity in your players. Instead of letting them have fun and, I don't know. The best teams find a way to have fun and instill discipline in their players, but that's just not working. It is so not working. Peterka and UPO, the only bright spots. I might even say, I'd say that Henry Jokiharju has been an underrated bright spot on this team this season. His plus-minus leads the Sabres. He's quietly putting up a solid defensive year. The points, again, not necessarily there, but I don't know. I think it's been really good. I think he's been very solid as a third pair. Now, if he asks for $4 million or more, maybe even $3 million in the offseason, I'd only hand out $2 million, maybe on a 2-year contract. Lock him up as your bottom pair defenseman. Because I don't know how comfortable the Sabres feel right now with Ryan Johnson. Now, it would be nice to be able to get rid of a guy like Connor Clifton. It seems like he's really just a logjam. Yeah, the Sabres have allowed the most first-period goals in the NHL this year. Yeah, Henry Jokiharju, 16 points. Connor Clifton right ahead of him with 17. Henry up for a raise? I hope not. Because he's not going to be a top 4 defenseman next year. Once Matthias Samuelsson gets back, whether or not you agree that Samuelsson is a top 4 defenseman, you have to admit that his loss has kind of hurt the Sabres this year. But here comes Washington through center ice. They get partway through before that puck rolls off the stick of Dowd. Now Power forces a pass across to Dahlin. Somehow he handled it, and somehow the Sabres are able to get forward here with Tuck. Tuck trying to slide this one back towards the middle of the ice. Thompson stopped his lane, though, but Tuck forces a turnover, trying to get this one in front of the net. Peterka had that one go off the skate and wide. And the Capitals can flip this one up and out of the zone. Clifton hits. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is that we're paying him $3.33 million for the next couple of seasons. And Jack Quinn turns the puck over right at his blue line. He's just, maybe the Sabres have forced him back too soon. I don't know what good this does for him. There's a deflected shot on goal that's stopped by Luukkonen. I get it, but I also just don't think that Clifton has good vision. He turns the puck over a whole lot. Quinn, by the way, almost stole that puck away from a couple of Capitals players, but they get away from him. They can go back up ice here. It's thrown in. pretty deep, way too deep, and now it's out. Isn't that funny? Nice description, I know. I'm a great descriptor at the moment. I'm really just impassioned by this lot. We have the cap to do it. Andrew Burnett is the guy to hire if he is available. I thought Andrew Burnett is coaching the Nashville Predators. There's no way they're going to let him go. Yeah, he's the head coach currently for the Predators, and they have been rolling this season. Lindy Ruff may be able to still create a resurgence. We just need a guy that can get us to the playoffs. Lindy has done it so many times with Buffalo. Doesn't matter if he wins us any playoff games. At this point, the Sabres need to get back to the playoffs. And if Lindy's our guy, Lindy's our guy. He's a known commodity. We know what he brings to the locker room. Now, none of these guys played under him. Actually, did Zemgus play under Lindy? Maybe that quarter of a season in his rookie year? I don't know. Maybe not, but it was a long time ago. Either way, though, Lindy has been in Buffalo. He's still a big Buffalo guy. And he sure as hell bring a lot more grit and discipline to this team than Granato has ever done. So what if they win tonight? No, there's no chance. I mean, that's 0.1%. We'd be, 4 points out, but the Capitals would still have a couple games at hand. Now, Byram has turned the puck over in front of the net dangerously to Ovechkin. Now, Ovechkin, back to the point for his defenseman, Alexeyev, off the boards in front of the net. Oh, wow, what a stop. Now it goes in front. How did that not bounce off the back of Luukkonen? Wow, Capitals should have buried another one there. Here's Connor McMichael, pushed to the boards. Yeah, the Sabres would have to win out if they even want a shot at the playoffs, but that puck jumps over the stick of the defenseman there. Sabres may have something going the other way. Here he comes now, Eric Robinson trying to split the defenseman. Now drops it back! Oh, what a save on the one-timer. Victor Olofsson, that puck had eyes, and Lindgren didn't let it go by him. And now the Capitals get it down the ice. Oops. For an icing. 5:34 to go here in this first period. A couple great opportunities on that last shift for the Capitals. McMichael robbed at the near post by the glove of Luukkonen. Then they banked it off the back of Luukkonen's stick. Alexeyev did, and it just went to wide. And McMichael leaning over, head down, shaking his head on the bench. Thought he should have buried that one. But Luukkonen with some great acrobatics again. Yeah, this has to be a must-win in regulation. Sabres have to win out. They have to beat them. Well, I mean, if they really want to make the playoffs, they have to win in regulation against teams like the Capitals and then against the Red Wings and against the Lightning and basically every team. Hey, if they can go out on a 5-game or 6-game win streak, that'd be awesome, but we haven't done that all season long. The Sabres' top win streak has been 3 games. That's it. 3 games. And they just don't look ready for any of the games this season. The first period responses have been horrible. Did they not practice? Did they not skate hard? Here's Peterka, finds Tage Thompson, tries the toe drag, finds power now, sends a fluttering one towards the back post. Lindgren made a nice pad stop, pushes it out, and it pushes it out all the way out of the zone. 3 weeks, yeah, we're going to release a couple mock drafts here in the next couple of weeks here. Jaden is usually our draft guy. He knows everything about these prospects. I only know ones that I've researched. And oh, the Sabres just scored. Hey! Rasmus Dahlin, nice. Dahlin coming down to the point, beats Lindgren on the glove side, and the Sabres tied this game up at 1. Well, that's cool. On their 8th shot of the game as well. Bruh, why was the clock still going? Yeah, it beats Lindgren short side. Dahlin. Nice move to get around 1, opened some space up for him, and Lindgren just could not squeeze that glove side to his chest. He gets through him, and, well, we got a game. It was at Zemgus. Did he tip it? I'm watching the Washington broadcast, and they initially credited it with Dahlin there. So either way, the Sabres tied this one up. They scored a goal on home ice, and they'll throw this one into the zone now. 4 minutes to go here in this first period. There's a nice nifty bounce right to Victor Olofsson, he gets dragged down. Is there not going to be a call from the referees? Yeah, there will. There sure will. With 4 minutes even on the dot there. Sabres are about to get their first power play opportunity of the game, and they're going to go to their final commercial break of the period. Make sure, folks, stick around for the intermission. Kale will be on, as the Sabres have just tied this game up. Yeah, I know, not an impassioned goal call. I'm so sorry. But I really just don't care. To be quite honest, to be perfectly blunt with you guys, I do not care. So yeah, I'll let the clock dribble down to 4 minutes on even. All right. So yeah, commercial break, but the Sabres are going to get that power play. Victor Olofsson was hauled down in front of the net. Visible liquids, huh? Don Dahlin just scored and it sounded like you. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Sabres for life. You know what? You're right. I should be like you. I wish I was like you. Odd that you just said if the Sabres go on and win on a win streak, then they scored. Hey, should I keep saying that the Sabres are going to have to go on a win streak? Maybe I do that. Every time they do that, they happen to score. Illuminati Invisible. I just heard my goal. Just heard my goal call. Yeah. Nice. There we go. Yeah, I'm a big Sabres fan. Now, no. Just look back to the old streams. You'll see that I go crazy if the Sabres let me. Oh, we're doing this now? Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right. We have returned to play, folks. Sabres get the first man advantage opportunity of the night. Can they put another one past Lindgren? Maybe get some good momentum here as we head to the final quarter of this first period. Sabres, though, their power play is notoriously bad. So let's see how they stand around this time. Dahlin wins the faceoff. They actually won a faceoff, by the way. Dahlin's pass to Tage Thompson underneath his stick, and the Capitals whacked that one all the way down the ice. So I said it, that the Sabres won a faceoff. They actually had possession in the offensive zone, and of course they didn't make it count. Here they come now. Tage Thompson across the blue line makes a move. Nice move between his legs to find Tuck. Now Tuck to Dahlin. Tuck on the near side boards. Drops it back. Dahlin with space. Across. One-timer. He sniped a guy. Just killed him. Good block by... Is that Dowd? But either way, Peterka continues to play on here for the Sabres. Dahlin at the point. Yep, the Sabres are just standing around. No movement. Tage to Benson. In front to Tuck. Now Peterka. He scores! Power play goal for the Sabres. They actually got one. Oh my God, they got a power play goal. It's JJ Peterka. Woo! Sabres score two in a matter of minutes. Great feed. You thought the Sabres had blown it there for a sec. What? No. You thought the Sabres blew it after Tuck couldn't shovel it towards the front of the net, but JJ Peterka rights his wrongs, and the Sabres suddenly, out of nowhere, takes a 1-goal advantage, not even 30 seconds into the power play. But yes, the Sabres did score a power play goal, ladies and gentlemen. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Did someone say, playoffs? Playoffs? Cousins keeps it in the corner here for Benson. Benson off the boards. Can't control, but somehow keeps it in the zone. Finds Cousins. Cousins down low to Quinn. Short angle shot off the outside of the shoulder of Lindgren. Now the Sabres are buzzing here. Capitals need to get something going, but they haven't really for basically this entire period. Other than that one Michael Farabee shot, they've had no offensive pressure. 2.5 minutes to go here. Power play goal, probably the last one of the year. Yeah, you'd assume. But hey, the players are going to be like, yep, that was all Matt Ellis. He did it. He was so great. Keep him on for another year. Yep, we're going to defend our coach, even though he sucks. But here's Krebs with speed into the zone. Krebs trying to pull up, gets boarded into the wall there by the defenseman. Skinner trying to come in for some support. Now they just are trying to fish this one loose. It's still tightly hugged there by Krebs along the boards. Fans begging for a call. Now it gets loose. Rusek to the point. Nice move by Connor Clifton, but he turns it over right at the blue line, and the Capitals may come back here with numbers. Milano trying to drop it back. Strung couldn't get to that one. Sabres eventually regroup, and now they can go forward here with Clifton. With space, with speed, to the outside, trying to go around the defenseman, Alexeyev. Clifton still with the puck. Has it, squares it now to Power inside the zone. Power makes a move to get away from one. Power has the puck on his stick. Still drops it to Clifton. Take that shot, buddy. Now he does, just wide of the target. Now Lindgren has to make a save on Skinner on the wraparound opportunity. Skinner again forces one out in front, but Clifton nor Power could get to that one. Thanks for the memories, Ennis, and the power play. Yeah. Dahlin now. With going forward, Gergensons. Now the Sabres are really going with speed. Now Robinson with a short angle shot. That one is saved by Lindgren, and he will give up no rebounds. But 1:05 to go here. The Sabres have really turned it alive at the final 4 minutes of this period. They've scored a couple, courtesy of J.J. Peterka and Zemgus? Maybe it was Zemgus. Benson also. Yeah, he's going to be a star. He's really good. He's had a solid rookie year, even though he's had some not-so-puck luck and some horrible penalty misfortunes. He's been good. Sabres, again, win this one at the point. Tip one on goal. Lindgren has to make the high save. Gloves it down. I think, did Power's shot get tipped along the way? It looked like it did. Maybe it didn't, though. Sabres had no one going to the front of the net. You know, let me see who gets credit for that one. Yeah, Zemgus Girgensons does get credit for the first goal on the night. So, good for him. All right, another face-off opportunity. Solid 1 minute to go here in this first period. We need to trade guys to win now. Here's Tage. He wins it to the point. Dahlin, quick shot. Deflects just wide. Thompson, I think, had the touch. Now it goes to the corner for Peterka. Finds Tuck. He curls down towards the corner, below the end boards. Now Tuck still with the puck. Gets it to the point for Power. Makes a move. Didn't have a shot. Now he's just about... No, he didn't get forced out of the zone. Somehow kept it in there for Dahlin. Dahlin again curls up. Across. Power one-timer. Didn't get all the wood behind that one. Tuck in the corner. Gets it forward. Now they center it in front. Thompson. Another shot. How did Lindgren make those couple of saves? Stonewalls... Tage Thompson in front of the net. Somehow the Sabres haven't scored another one. And now it looks like they've taken a shot away from the Capitals. But Tuck did some good work to get it to Peterka, and Peterka just forced it through. Somehow Tage wasn't able to score that one. He was point blank on Lindgren, not once but twice. Rusek has a great name for a Rusek. Yeah. Hey, if he ever scores. All right, off the faceoff. Capitals win it. They lift this one out of the zone. Byram has it now for the Sabres. Gets it across to Olofsson. Back to Byram. Oh, no. Lost the puck. Do not give up a goal here. No, Byram. Okay, now he forces it forward. Capitals with 5 seconds left, which is lift this one into the Sabres zone, and that's going to do it. It didn't start well, but this first period did turn into something good here for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm glad they were able to rebound. After a rough start, they gave up the first goal in this game, but they were able to respond once at even strength and once on the power play. You don't see that all too often. But yeah, let me get Cal in here. It was a good first period. We'll get his thoughts on the game. Hopefully his dogs don't bark too loud. Will this ever load? Yeah, okay. All right, so that was a good first period, folks. I'm not pissed. I'm not extremely pissed at the moment. That's kind of crazy, considering everything the Sabres have put me through this season. So, yeah, not bad. Oh, I ate some Easter leftovers earlier today, and I'm still burping. Should I get some Dr. Pepper instead of Illuminati liquids? Invisible liquids? Nice. But yeah, hopefully Cal gets in here real soon. But yeah, well, I just want to see. Yeah, so the Capitals just did not look like they were ready to go here in that first period. Not great from them. But anyway, anywho, let me text him. Let me text. Let me BSC brought to. Oh, we haven't done a sponsor in a whole while. It's been a second since we've done a stream sponsor. Guys, who do you think I should make the sponsor this time? Should it be Dr. Pepper? I don't think I've ever had them. Yeah, there you go. Dr. Pepper. If you want some weird ass aftertastes, get Dr. Pepper. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Yeah, so the Capitals have not done well when trailing after 2 this season. Oh, here comes Cal. All right. Oh, looks like Cal. Hello. Let me get. Not good. Or no, not good. It's going great. Yeah. The Sabres. It's going great, Cal, because the Sabres actually have a first period lead. Can you believe it? Did you get? hmm
This team in the first period, one of the worst.
Yeah, sorry guys. I know that he was muted. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I'm sorry. Totally forgot to mute or unmute my desktop audio. Okay, okay. Cal, they can hear you now. I can make sure of it. They can hear you now. Yeah. So what Cal basically said was that the Sabres are going to the playoffs, and if they do, he's going to shave his head. That's what he said,
Yep.
essentially. Yep.
Yeah, yep, that was
Yeah.
funny.
Oh boy, I love when that's the good thing about chat. They let me know when I'm screwing up again.
That is good. That is good. It's better that they let you know than they don't, and then we got issues. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great first period. Definitely some uncharacteristic things, like having the lead after a first period. That's not very common for the Sabres team. But we'll see what happens in the second period. You're facing a hungry team, and they were joking around on the broadcast quite a bit about Skinner's big game, and Emily in Paris and everything in between.
Yeah, did you see the between two stalls? It finally came back.
Yeah,
And
finally. I mean, that kind of ruined the mojo. They didn't post it or upload it at all this season, but
mhm.
they made a special episode, and they actually had Cole the drum before the game.
Did he?
And they captioned it if you know, you know. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
cool to see.
Oh, that was pretty funny. Yeah. So Cal, are playoffs still a thing? With 6 games left, the Sabres would be 4 points out of a spot. Is it happening? Can we get the tickets ready to go? Should we start selling them?
I mean, if you want to bet on miracles and shooting stars, there's a chance. There's a solar eclipse happening Monday, so I guess anything's possible. But with that being said, I mean, you'd have to go undefeated. You need the Capitals to win maybe one more game. You need the Red Wings to win maybe one more game. The Islanders, the Devil. I mean, the list goes on and on. The Flyers, if they go winless throughout the rest. I mean, maybe it's possible, but of course, I'm checked out on that. It's all about player development at this point. And with
Mm-hmm.
only 6 games left, I guess you just got to have some fun with it, right? The group looks like they're having a little bit more fun tonight than they have in the past. I've noticed, on the bench, they're joking around a little bit more. And that was one of my biggest concerns this year with the Sabres. They didn't look like they were having fun. They looked pressured. They looked kind of held back on the offensive side. I believe that did have to do with a little bit of coaching, a little bit of stress, a little bit of expectations, everything in between. But tonight they look a little more relaxed and they've settled in quicker than they usually do.
Yeah, and that's good. And Kale, I have to alert you to this because Mike Harrington has tweeted something positive about the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, I know, crazy, crazy. He says, and I quote, "The Sabres have simply done an excellent job this season with the 1,000th game ceremonies for Okposo and Skinner." I didn't get to watch it. I've been watching the Capitals broadcast, but was it a good ceremony?
I didn't see most of it, but I did see they gave him a silver stick. They said it weighed about 40 pounds. They had Kevin Adams on the ice and pretty much, just had him take the picture with the guys, just kind of like they did with Okposo. And yeah, I think they have done a really good job with both of them. I know they did another giveaway tonight with a beanie hat for Skinner.
I saw
with
those.
Okposo. There was a nice little collectible set or something they gave out. So they've definitely done some things that exceeded my expectations, and the expectations are pretty low with this franchise. So that is one thing. Now, I don't know if you saw the news, but Rochester, speaking of hockey, the Amherst, apparently the Pagulas or something, they're trying to sell off who runs that arena. So that basically it might affect their catering, their ice, like equipment stuff, all their preparation. So they said that the Amherst will stay in Rochester. Same thing with the lacrosse team, the Nighthawks. But Blue Cross or something. I forget exactly what, but something went haywire there, and Pagula was involved. So I guess they will be switching some things around. One of the biggest things, Delaware North might be leaving, which I don't think anyone's complaining about.
No, we are not. Kale, did you also see the news that some people are trying to bring pro soccer to Buffalo with the USL?
I did see that. And I always said, if the Bills get a new stadium, which now they are, and they got a soccer team, I feel like I'd be forced to like it and be forced to watch. I'm not a huge soccer guy. I've been getting into it the last couple of years a little bit, but I tend to watch, the oddball game if I'm in a class and it's the only thing on, or, the World Cup, Olympics, or, Women's World Cup. But
yeah,
if Buffalo got a team, I feel like I'd watch, and I've always said I'd at least go to a couple games the first season and give it a shot. So if that happens, I'd be pumped. We can't have enough sports here in Buffalo. I don't think we're getting an MLB team. I don't think we're getting an NBA team. So if soccer's the way to go, soccer's the way to go, and maybe you could fill a little bit of the off season.
Yeah, that means I may have to go out and make a nice history of soccer in Buffalo video. If this truly does happen. I was kind of surprised because, outside of a certain clique, you don't really hear soccer being talked crazy in Buffalo. It seems like more people really want basketball to come back, which it never will. The NBA is never coming back to Buffalo. With Toronto,
too many better options.
Yeah, the NBA still needs to get a NBA team or basketball team in Seattle, Vegas, even Kansas City. Pittsburgh is it's bigger than Buffalo. Could even go up north to Vancouver or Montreal. So just a lot more prominent cities that probably deserve a basketball team. Now, had the Braves never left, I don't think I think the Bills would still, or the Braves would still be in Buffalo. Although, well, maybe, I don't know. Because it really seemed, when I did that video, it seemed like it was either the Sabres or Braves who stayed.
Yeah, again, that was so long ago, too. Who knows what the population would do with this team. But you look at the Sabres' attendance the last couple of years, and I know they've sucked, but I can only imagine if a basketball team underachieved, I think they'd have the same problems there. You talk about soccer. I remember, when I was really young, we had an indoor soccer team that I used to watch on TV. And I used to get into those games a little bit. It was fun, but I didn't really know what was going on. I know it was kind of a mix of soccer and like box lacrosse and it was like just a good mix.
It was an interesting mix. Yeah, if the USL comes to Buffalo, I'd surely watch it. I don't know if I'd stream, but I'd definitely watch a couple games here and there because I love soccer. You know how much I love soccer. I don't know if chat knows, but if I were to rank all my sports, it's probably 1 hockey, 2 football, then 3 soccer, and then 4 basketball, and then We don't talk about baseball. I hate baseball.
Yeah. The Mets are 0-4 to start, so no baseball until they at least win a
Feeble.
game. Feeble.
Feeble.
I mean, in what world are the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-0 and the Mets are 0-4? I
I,
don't know, but watching that game the other night, I mean, 0-0, the team cannot hit. We get to extras and they give up 5. Just an absolute joke of a franchise right now. We'll see what they do, but yeah, I mean, again, to wrap it up here about soccer, if a soccer team came, I'd have to go to the first game, absolutely have to, and I definitely keep up with it the first season, see how it goes.
yeah.
I think we have enough passionate sports fans where if the Bills got behind it, I feel like the people would follow. If they had some sort of partnership, it's going to be the same stadium if they do. But, say the Bills had a partnership with the soccer team or, certain players were going to be at events, I think that would definitely help out
Oh
because
yeah.
you could even get a lot of people from Toronto and Canada to come down and watch soccer games. Again, soccer
Well,
is a sport where you're not necessarily playing every single day, right? It
right.
would be more of a weekly event. So if that's the case, you could definitely get people to tailgate and all that sort of stuff. Now I know it's probably not going to be as big as football, but I mean I've seen some soccer groups. I saw they were doing some fan fest for the Premier League in Nashville, I think, and that was absolutely popping this week. So it definitely has its place in America, just not as big as it is in Europe.
Yeah, but I really would love a soccer team in Buffalo, but I just gotta ask Josh in the chat what he means when he says I want to see transsexual soccer. Could you clarify a little bit? Number one, could you clarify? Yeah, that's just a really interesting comment. Real Deal Prime says then you have issues, and this isn't the place for that, pal. Yeah, I'm really concerned and confused for you, Josh. Are you okay? Did you mean to say that? I don't know, but yeah, just looking at the
Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
transsexual soccer, I have no idea. No idea.
We'll not be
Cal,
looking that one up. I don't
no,
know.
I think Cal. I
Each
think
their own.
I think Cal actually knows what that means. It seems like you do know, Cal. Can you explain
Yeah, I
for
mean,
us?
unfortunately I don't. I mean, I don't know. Sounds like something. Sounds like something that some people would be into, but yeah, I don't know. And I mean, back to the Sabres though. There's one thing I want to point out, and that is who would be your top option for head coach next season? Everyone who's available right now is available. Nobody poaches anyone. The Sabres get first pick. Who are you taking as a coach?
Lindy Ruff.
Really?
Yep,
Really?
I'm on the pro Lindy train. I think he's the most realistic, Cal, and let me tell you why. I don't think the Sabres fire Don Granato in the summer. What I think happens is that they keep him on for next season. If he doesn't perform well by Halloween, then we see him yoinked. Lindy Ruff would be an assistant coach at this point. They'd elevate him to head coach. We'd have brand new assistants. I think either way, you have a totally new assistant coaching staff for next season, Cal.
I'd certainly hope so. I mean, that Don Granato's bad, and I mean, I wouldn't say he's bad. I think he's a good developmental coach, but he just doesn't have the experience to get the guys to the next level at this moment. The assistants, on the other hand, are bad. Like
Horrible.
they got to be the first ones to go, flat out. I mean, all of them are just
Bad.
not. I mean,
Except
maybe
for
maybe Bales.
yeah, I
Maybe
was gonna say
Bales can
Bells.
stay. I mean, the goalies have been good, but other than that, just atrocious.
Cal,
With that
who's
being said, I mean, I've talked about Lindy. I've thought about Lindy, and I've pondered it. And I was really hype into Lindy Ruff, and now I'm starting to think they almost should go with like a younger guy that would kind of match the vibe. I mean, Lindy's getting a little bit older. I know he brings that rah rah, that would get the guys hyped up a little bit, but I just don't know if he's a little too old school. I know the first stint around with the Sabres, again, he came in with a team. They didn't really gel well, but then he adapted and coached one of the best Sabres teams of all time. So again, it could happen. I just don't know. I mean, I'd be thrilled if Lindy came back. I just don't know if it's the best option. I've hemmed and hawed on this for months.
so you say younger guy? Would you then consider what Michael Pekka? Maybe I've been seeing his name float around on Twitter a lot.
That could definitely be a potential option. I mean, it's tough, right? Because you have the youthful coaches, and then you kind of have this cycle of old guys that get hired, fired, hired, fired, hired, and that's what the NHL is. I mean, guys go in, they either do their job or they don't, and within 2 years they're on a new team. You see some of these top coaches who have won Stanley Cups get fired every 2 years, and they just cycle around. So it's tough to really describe what this team needs. I don't know. This team feels very soft to me. And what I mean by that, it's not just physically soft. It seems like they get mentally soft. I mean, they complain about the fans. They complain of, you had the whole drama with saluting the crowd. You had that whole drama just with the Leafs game the other night. Oh, I wish we had crowds like this. Oh, you just say stuff like that where like you could just tell the group is a little bit mentally defeated right now. And I don't
Right.
know if bringing an older guy in to really hound on them, it might be exactly what they need, or it might just completely blow up the team. So that is tough. And you have a group of guys that all pretty much think alike too, right? They're all kind of that same mentality. It's not like you don't have that leader saying, no. Like, this is on us. Like, the fans have no, this is not on the fans. They haven't had playoff hockey in, 150 years. This is on us. I don't care if you've been here for 2 months or, the entirety, like Zemgus Girgensons. You got to step up. They don't really have that guy right now. A lot of their leaders are young. They're learning. I understand it. But, you bring in an older coach that maybe doesn't understand these younger guys, that might be an issue. And
Yeah.
again, you bring in a guy like Michael Pekka, maybe he doesn't have that experience coaching to get them over the hump. And then you think about, oh, no, let's not bring in another developmental guy like Don Granato and stall out right on that bubble.
Yeah, and that's a dangerous thing. That's why I more want a proven commodity as a head coach at the NHL level. But I think we can agree we do not want Seth Appert. Do not go the cheap route again and pick Seth Appert. I swear to God.
I like Seth Appert, but again, that would just be the cheapest, most
It's
stereotypical Sabres move.
It's Don Granato 2.0. But anyways, the second period is about to get underway, Cal. We'll see you for the next intermission. Thank you so much for explaining what a transsexual soccer player is, okay? We appreciate that.
Anytime. I will see you in the intermission. Go Sabres.
Go Sabres, yeah. All right. So, there I am twice. Nice. Okay. Goodbye. All right, so that was Cal, folks. We'll see him next intermission. Second period is about to get underway, though, here between the Sabres and the Capitals. Oh, look, the Washington Wizards. But let's go. Sabres had a very strong finish to that first period. Let's see if they can continue the momentum going here into the second. Hopefully they can, but anyways, we are underway, folks, for this second period between the Capitals and Sabres. Sabres currently lead the shot count 14-4. They got 2 goals. Capitals only have 1. And the Sabres are going from left to right here in this, or right to left. But they force the Capitals into their own zone here. McMichael from behind his own net floats one out to Karlsson. He gets it forward to Miroshnichenko. Miroshnichenko across the Sabres blue line to the far side. Dances his way to the corner. Now sends a pass in front. All alone was Ovechkin, but it went between his legs and goes between the 2 defensemen and out of the zone. Karlsson now, with the puck, finds Strome on the near board. Strome across that blue line, touches one inside towards Max Pacioretty. First time I've mentioned his name here tonight, the veteran. He couldn't handle the pass, though, and now the Sabres can go up ice with a little bit of speed. Right across that blue line, Benson touches it forward. Tuck, he's been out there for quite a while now. Gets it forward to Tage Thompson, who also has been kind of stuck on the ice. Both of these guys got to get off. Benson's the only new guy out there for the Sabres. But either way, the Capitals get it down the ice, all the way down the ice, but no icing, so Byram turns it over behind his own net. Jokiharju does a good job to clean that mess up. Now Quinn has it in his own corner, curls away from one. Pretty good play by him, finds Byram going forward. Byram across the Capitals blue line to the outside, floats one towards the backboards. Benson had that puck go past him. Pacioretty now finds a man through center, and the Capitals can break out here with a couple of numbers. Net presence created the goal. Yeah, that's what the Sabres haven't really had over the entire Don Granato experiment. Respect. These guys take the bumps and the... Yeah. What did you say? Lindy commands. See it. Oh, my chat's not up to date. Anyways, Washington tips this one into the Sabres zone. Behind the net goes Jokiharju. He meets his man right behind the net. Now Skinner off the boards, gets it forward to Peyton Krebs. Peyton Krebs trying to get by John Karlsson. Had no speed going at him, though, and now it looks like the Sabres are offsides, and eventually the ref will whistle this one down. Looks like Krebs didn't realize he was offsides. You guys take the lumps and the bumps. Yeah. Although, you wouldn't really say the Devils did that this year. Looks like New Jersey Devils fans really didn't like Lindy Ruff. So maybe I don't know, maybe Maybe you bring Lindy back. I think the route they take, though, is the assistant coach route. But there's Devin Levi on the bench with his beanie on. All right, the Sabres, after that offsides, wins this faceoff, but they win it all the way into their own zone. Bryson leaves it there for Connor Clifton. Off the boards, out of the zone, the Sabres go. Cross ice to Girgensons now across that blue line with speed to the outside. Met there by the defenseman, Melenson. Yeah, these third-pairing guys, I just don't know. Sorry, I should have done my homework. Whoops. Now the Capitals, nearly had the breakaway pass going forward, and it turns out that the Sabres were on that. Robinson down the near side trying to get a pass to the back post. Couldn't do so. Robinson, he's had his moments, but he just can't finish the plays off, which is frustrating. Here comes the Capitals, though. Lift this one forward into the Sabres zone. Luukkonen from behind his own net leaves it there for his defenseman, Connor Clifton. He's had a couple goals as of late. Maybe he gets on the score sheet again here tonight. Clifton out wide towards Girgensons now. Will try to force a pass through center ice, but goes off a Sabres leg and right to the Capitals. Although, Jeff Skinner turned the puck over high in the slot. Aube-Kubel with an outside shot right into the glove of Luukkonen. Only the Capitals' 5th shot of the game. But Luukkonen has made a couple of really big saves for the Buffalo Sabres. But there's a shot of the Sabres bench. Don Granato, Matt Ellis, Jason Christie, Marty Wilford. These guys are just not good enough. The assistants suck. And everyone knows it. Way too inexperienced of a coaching staff. These poor guys, you look at them, and I don't like to call for people's jobs. It's not fun. It's not cool. I don't feel good about that. Because these are human beings at the end of the day, but they just haven't done their jobs. And in a public space like this, you have to do your job. Why does Monumental keep taking away shots from the Capitals? It's so dumb. All right, the Sabres flipped this one all the way down the ice, but that's going to be an icing. Call against Buffalo. So that first line remains out there for Washington. It's Ovechkin, Miroshnichenko, and Connor McMichael. 2 of those guys are rookies, so this has been a revamped and much younger lineup than what Washington's usually accustomed to. It seems like they've pivoted towards the young, unlike Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's really been getting killed by doubling down on their veterans instead of just facing it, seeing the writing on the wall. Right off the face-off, won there by the Capitals. Ovechkin nearly had a shot right to the goal, almost toe dragged that one into the top corner, but had the puck taken off his stick at the last moment. The Sabres can get it down the ice, and now Miroshnichenko, under some pressure, turns the puck over. Thompson in front, now has it back again, looking for that far corner, but he kind of wildly missed it. The puck rings off the boards all the way down the ice, and Power is going to have to go chase after this one. Here's Power on the backhander, forces it forward to Alex Tuch. Tuch, his pass missed the mark. Actually, the Capitals almost turned it over. Now they will. Granato was brought in by a true hockey genius. I know, this is just a continuation of the Ralph Kruger staff in essence, right? Because Don Granato was one of the, he was the main assistant coach to Ralph Kruger. But Nick Jensen here for the Capitals, circling around in zone, finds a breakaway pass going up the far side. Now his lane has been closed off Strome, but he flips a pass forward to Sandin. Sabres pick it off, and Cousins forward to Quinn, across to Cousins. That pass was between his legs, and now the Capitals may have something here going forward again. Pacioretty leaves it for Milano, drops it back. Pacioretty couldn't handle the pass. Now the Sabres again going forward with Quinn again across that blue line, drops it back. Jokiharju had it taken off his stick, and now another rush to the other end of the ice here. Pacioretty back to Strome, across in front of the net, deflects right on goal, and Luukkonen makes the save. But a couple guys poke away at the puck there. But either way, Luukkonen makes the stop. End-to-end shift there for both of these lines. Sabres just need to go on a win streak. Yeah, I know. But right as Jokiharju was about to make his move, a good stick there by Sonny Milano leaped the Capitals forward, and Luukkonen eventually had to make that deflection save. He looked kind of uncomfortable doing it, but whatever gets the results, I guess. All right, another face-off. Well, this time, that's won by the Sabres. These 2 teams, by the way, are 2 of the worst face-off teams in the NHL. Sabres are 30th, Capitals are 29th. Pacioretty still with the puck. Trying to center that one. Goes off a Sabres skate. Out of the zone. Robinson, nice feed forward to Victor Olofsson. Instead of carrying the play forward, he just kind of throws this one in. But it looks like, someone was offsides maybe? Gergensen's was? There's Hendrix Lapierre skating around the neutral zone. Lovely. I can't believe I've actually been able to call a couple goals here tonight for the Sabres. That's rare. At least recently. There's been a couple streams where they've been shut out or scored one goal. So it's nice that they're back on the score sheets. Krebs gets tossed out of the faceoff dot. Now Skinner goes in, promptly loses it to Abe Kubel. Now Kubel trying to go through center. His pass is picked off. Another sloppy turnover there in the neutral zone. I mentioned it a couple times in that first period, but the Capitals have turned the puck over a lot in that neutral zone. Usually the Sabres are the team that does that. Oh, but Jacob Bryson just turns the puck over. Abe Kubel tries to split the defenseman. His shot goes just wide. Now the Capitals forced to go back again. Skinner tips one on to Krebs. Krebs across! Oh, that hits the outside of the post for Skinner. Now in front to Rusek, but he kicks this one just wide. Wouldn't have counted anyways. But Abe Kubel gets it forward. The Sabres eventually take it from him. Now Skinner trying to push it forward. Turns the puck over. Gets cross-checked as well. Dahlin heaves this one towards the far side in a bit of frustration. Now he can go forward a little bit. But Skinner kind of turns the puck. Gets it forward to Krebs into the zone on the backhander. Floats one towards the point. Dahlin shot. Didn't make it all the way through to Lindgren. Now Krebs picks up the rebound. Controls it. Has it at the blue line. Finds Dahlin in front. Tip just wide. Skinner on the rebound. He was all alone. Could have had it. Now takes the short angle shot. Had that puck not rolled off the stick of Skinner, he had a gaping net to shoot that one into. But he couldn't control it. Capitals get it down the ice out of the zone. Now the Sabres looking to get back with speed here, and they do have it. Tage, leap of fire, takes the shot. Nice stop there by Lindgren. Now Tuck in the far corner. Trying to scoop this one around towards Peterka, but that missed him. Sabres somehow keep it in here. Fortuitous bounce. Shot just missed. Now Tuck couldn't keep that one in at the blue line. Couldn't handle the bouncing puck. Now seam passed forward, looking for Jokiharju, who was coming off the bench. Misses him, and that's going to be coming back for a cheap offsides there against the Buffalo Sabres. But a couple of great opportunities on that last shift for Jeff Skinner. If he could get a goal here tonight, that'd be lovely. But Krebs with a great cross-ice pass to find him. And Krebs has just been a real big disappointment this year, but you still see sometimes his vision. It's still there. It's been a really trying year for him. But right off the face-off, the Capitals win it, but it's too slow to get back to the defenseman, and it allows Peterka to go down the ice. Carlson rubs him off that play, though. And Faravari now throws this one forward to Dylan Strome. Here comes Strome, beating around a couple of Sabres defenders. Finds Milano. Now Milano to the front of the net. Great pad stop. The rebound across to Strome. He had a wide open net, but couldn't get a shot off. Puck just rolled off his stick. Otherwise, that one would be in the back end of the net, too. Why am I stumbling my words? Sabres get it down to the ice, not far enough for an icing, so Jensen has to play this one away from Quinn. Now the Capitals throw this one down the ice, and this time it's coming back for an icing. But a couple of huge opportunities for not only Pacioretty, but also for Dylan Strome. But Luukkonen coming up with a couple of huge saves there for the Buffalo Sabres. That one right off his toe. He kicked it back, straight back to Pacioretty, though. He hit it to the back post, and Strome just could not handle the puck. Otherwise, he'd be shooting that one as well into a wide-open net. 12:06 to go here. Sabres lose the offensive face-off. Krebs trying to chase after that one, but the Capitals get it out in time. Now the Sabres turn it over at the neutral zone. They throw it all the way in on Luukkonen. He gloves it down, keeps play moving, but Clifton turns the puck over. All alone in front was Lapierre, but the Sabres redeem themselves and now flip it forward to Jeff Skinner. One-on-one, but the defenseman does good to get him off the puck and to the far corner. Rusek now trailing back. Finds Skinner to the high slot. Power holds, fires across ice. Now Skinner takes a blast to the front of the net. Lindgren was kind of stunned. It was in his skates there for a moment. He just kind of whiffled at it, got it away from the front of the net. Now Krebs, though, trying to get back to this one. Jensen nearly turned it over. He fell down behind the net. Still hasn't gotten back up. Hopefully he's okay. But the Capitals get it forward. It's Protas, the Belarusian. How many in the house? Not many. Lots of Caps fans. Looks like it's another 13,000 attended night. Oh, that one just whistled wide from the point there. Spinorama shot from Protas. Bounces to the point here. Again, Protas, one-timer, misses wide. Van Riemsdyk from the point, flips it down low. This fourth line is grinding out some ice time here in the offensive zone here for the Capitals. Nicked out to the far corner. Rusek looks tired. They throw another shot on goal. Patted away by Luukkonen. Still in play, though. Protas. Across to Dowd. Back to Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk leaves it there. Near side for Sarbosa. Sarbosa down low. They flip it to the front of the net. Nothing there for the Sabres. They still can't get it out. Somehow, the Capitals keep it alive here. There's a shot, short angle that missed wide from Sarbosa. Now, they go all the way around the zone. Melanson finally gets tripped up, and now the Sabres can skate this one away. Maybe now they can get some line changes, but Girgensons into the Capital zone. Here's Zemgus Girgensons throws this one to the front of the net. The rebound was sitting loose, but Robinson just too tired to get to that one. And now the Capitals coming back with speed. Miroshnichenko has it, finds it. Oh, Luukkonen had kind of got trouble there behind the net. He lost control of the puck, and the Sabres turned it over. Carlson slaps this one across. The shot, rebound, stopped by Luukkonen twice there. Now the spinorama shot from McMichael, also blocked in front of the net. And the Capitals coming close. Coming very close, actually. A lot of shots there on the last couple of shifts. The Sabres got to wake up here. Capitals starting to turn it on. Abe Kubel, though, turns it over right inside the blue line there, and the Sabres can go the other way. Thompson now pulls it up at the blue line, flips it to the far corner for J.J. Peterka. Now to Thompson. Thompson trying to spin around with it. Throws it to the front of the net. Peterka just had that one knocked away from him. Peterka, though, does keep good work to keep it alive, and now he has it all alone in front. All alone, he scores off the turnover. J.J. Peterka has his second of the game, and the Sabres take a 2-goal lead. Alex Tuck with the active stick stripped the defenseman. It bounced forward to J.J. Peterka, who was in behind the two defensemen there. Made a move on Lindgren and put it top corner. Sweet hands from the youngster. He's got 2 goals here tonight, and he's on an absolute barn burner to end this season. But great play by Tuck. Hard work on the back check. Got it for Peterka, all alone in front of Lindgren, and he makes it count. 3-1 Sabres. He sure did. Now the Capitals trying to go for a quick response. A one-timer from the point. Stopped there. Seen all the way, too, by Luukkonen. But good couple of shifts there. But, yeah, you'll love to see that. Now we go to a commercial break here with 8:56 to go. I know, wow. Sabres scoring goals? Scoring a couple of goals? Yeah, but the Capitals are struggling here tonight. They really need this game. Yeah, but a lot of credit on that goal has to go to Alex Tuck. His defensive work created J.J. Peterka's goal. He turned it over from Abe Kubel, who just stripped the puck of him. Abe Kubel is going to be kicking himself for that one. And John Carlson didn't do himself any favors on that shift. But Peterka was all alone in front. Yeah, can the Sabres get Peterka the puck one more time? We need a hat trick. But the Sabres 3-1 up, a little over halfway through the second period. That's the sort of stuff you want to see, especially after the Capitals. They were putting on some pretty good pressure there in the last couple of minutes, but Sabres were able to fight them off. Yeah, nice. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Let's see what the... Wow. Yes. Wow, indeed. Wow, indeed. Looking elsewhere in the NHL, Devils have a 2-1 lead. Senators and Wild are about halfway through the first there. Score is 0-0. Florida, Montreal tied up at 2 with 13 to go in the second. And the Blackhawks are currently leading the Islanders 1-0. Patrick Waugh looks like his message hasn't been doing great there. Yeah, number 28. He's going to close in on 30 goals. Is he going to be the only Sabres player with 30-plus goals this year? Probably. Oh, this shot goes off the end boards right out in front. Luukkonen's got to be alert because McMichael was sitting all alone. But he was. McMichael couldn't jam it past him, so we will get another face-off there. But yeah, just looking at Aube-Kubel, got the puck turned over by Alex Tuch, and then Peterka deked alone in front, waited out Lindgren, and went upstairs, top corner with that one. And there's the coach there for the Capitals, not looking too happy at the moment. Yeah, Illuminati liquids. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Tage is leaning into this face-off. He's going to talk to Dahlin first, though. Now he goes back in for the face-off here. He wins it for the Sabres. Sabres immediately whip this around at the far boards. Jensen overskates the puck. Now they can get it out of the zone, but Ovechkin makes a move at the blue line. Can't get it past one. Now here comes Washington down the far side, around. Now right in front. Ovechkin was teeing up a one-timer there. Had it taken off his stick at the last moment, and it goes all the way down the ice. Carlson again across to his defensive partner. Now they go forward here a little bit with Potras to Ovechkin. To the point. Across to John Carlson, the veteran defenseman. Gives it inside to McMichael. Trying to throw this one to the front of the net. Sabres doing a good job to get it out. And they get it down the ice. But again, it's going to come back for another icing. I know that top line, that's one of the good things Don Granato has done in the last month or so. He put Peterka with Tage and Tuch on that top line, and they have done nothing but score goals here for the Buffalo Sabres. It's been really good to see that at least something is working. One of the few positives from this season. Tage leaning into another faceoff, loses this one. This first line's been out there, though, for a while, but the Capitals forced themselves out here. The couple of horrible passes at the blue line. Now they turn it over as they try to throw it back into the Sabres zone. But here's Dahlin just taking some time now. Finds Quinn on the near side. Quinn walking towards the middle of the ice. Takes the shot. Now goes all alone in front of Benson. Now trying to bank this one off the back of Lindgren. Couldn't make it happen. Sabres get it to the point, though. Jokiharju skating to the front of the zone, to the middle of the zone there. His shot was blocked. Capitals get it out of the zone, now trying to go up ice. Milano almost was able to go through Byram. Nearly did. Byram a couple whacks, finally gets it forward here to Dylan Cousins. Would be nice to see him get a goal here tonight. He's got it in front. Oh, Benson with it. He's got robbed. He's been robbed there by Charlie Lindgren. It was an expert feed from Jokiharju, who found Cousins, tipped it immediately in front to Zach Benson. And the big glove snag from Charlie Lindgren makes sure the Sabres don't score 4 here. I'm not sure how the Sabres didn't score there, though. Wow, that should have been a goal for Zach Benson. And he looks up to the scoreboard, shakes his head as we go to a commercial break. That was a beautiful passing play. Quinn down to Cousins, back across to Benson. Highlight reel save. Somehow. Did not just miss my mouth, guys. I know you saw that. Oops. Yeah, even though he's let in 3 goals already, Charlie Lindgren does look good. Doesn't look bad. But Tuch has got 2 assists tonight. Let's see what the points are looking like so far. Peterka with 2 goals, Tuch 2 assists, Benson with an assist, Dahlin with an assist, Girgensson the goal, Owen Power with an assist as well. A JJ Hattie would be sweet. Yeah, would also be nice to see Zach Benson get at least 1 more before the end of the season. That was a spectacular save. Somehow. Do you think Benson, is he going to take a step forward next year, or is he going to have a sophomore slump? Although he didn't really have a crazy rookie season, so I don't know. But folks, make sure to continue on subscribing. Continue liking. We've got 12 likes so far. Let's get that number up to 15. Come on, guys. Let's go. Get up to 15. I see you hasn't liked. I see you. I'm looking straight at you. You can't hide from me. Nah. All right. We return to play here, though, between the Capitals and Sabres. Lindgren come off a crazy save there on Zach Benson. Just looking back at this feed again one more time. Somehow Zach Benson didn't score. Somehow. All right, another offensive zone faceoff. This time it's won by Buffalo. Dahlin, though, seeing no options forward in front of the net either. Gets his one to Benson again. Krebs got that one towards the net. Nice pad stop by Lindgren. Benson wasn't actually out there. It was always Krebs. Uh-oh. Watch out. Maybe a 2-on-1 here for the Capitals. Abe Kubel, though, was kind of indecisive with the puck there. So he went for a makeshift 2-on-1. But Capitals set up here now in the offensive zone. They go around to Nick Dowd. Dowd back to the point for Van Riemsdyk. Makes a move. Plays it down to the far corner again. For Melanson along the near side boards, gets it forward, but the Sabres pick it off and can go up ice again with speed. Here comes Rusek out wide to Power. Power walking towards the middle of the ice, back outside to Rusek, trying to get this one in front to Skinner, but his pass was blocked off by the diving stick of the defenseman there, and the Capitals, courtesy of Abe Kubel, can get this one forward once more. Gets it to the near side corner. Power, though, skates away from him. Gets it forward for Victor Olofsson. Olofsson now will throw this one around the boards to the far side. Robinson, with some good speed there. Capitals, again, have it behind their own net. Who is that? Sarbosa. Michael Sarbosa. That's a great name. He gets it around. Just out of the zone. Gergensons, though, gathers it, gets it to Connor Clifton. He skates across that blue line. Robinson trying to follow up with him. All of them eventually do, but they get it forward. Nick Jensen has fallen again. Maybe he needs to get a new pair of skates in intermission, because that's the second time he's fallen here in this period. Oh, there's a great opportunity. Nice saves there by Lukin, and Miroshnichenko had the last opportunity at the far post. But that was a nice feed in front, and unfortunately for Washington, LaPierre could not bury that point-blank opportunity. Luukkonen made a great save. Sabres eventually get it out of the zone, though. Only 12 shots for the Washington Capitals so far here tonight. 21-12 is the shot advantage here for the Sabres, as a certain Faravari almost turned it over in his own zone, but Washington does get it forward. Ovechkin, though, can't handle it. Sabres may have something going the other way, though. Tuck, come on, why are you trying to force those cross-body passes, man? That's like the third time he's tried to do that here this period, but this first line is bumping. It wasn't bumping there because JJ couldn't handle the pass. Now there's speed going the other way. McMichael in a foot race. Byram got there first. Now he'll go around the zone, get it out. He'll get it forward, actually, to Tage Thompson, who pulls up right at the Washington blue line. Now he'll go in for another try. Tage on the backhander trying to throw this one on goal. Short side, didn't get it there. Now Dahlin looking for Tuck. Turns that puck over, and here's a breakaway for Ovechkin. Makes a move, gets absolutely taken out. No call from the referees. How does that happen? 2-on-1 the other way. Tage, though, has it taken off his stick. That's it across ice. Oh, what a save again by Lindgren on the one-timer by Peterka. This close to getting that hat trick. How were those two plays not penalized? And now here comes Benson to Quinn. He's got a lane. Save by Lindgren. Deflects off the glove and out of play. Or not out of play. Not on goal. He couldn't control it. Sabres still have the puck here. I don't know why I keep screwing up my words, folks. I apologize. Here's Benson on the backhander right at the blue line. Finds a neat find to Power. Now out wide. Again inside to Dahlin. To Quinn, peels, makes another move. Quinn stepping towards the middle of the ice, gets it to Benson in front. Oh, another great pad save. Quinn again to the front of the net. How is this stuff happening? And now another one-timer in front. Stopped by Lindgren. And I think, are we going to get a penalty here for a high stick against Buffalo? Looks like Sandin got caught up high, right up in his neck area. Looks like the Sabres are going to get penalized. Just not what you want to see, because that means Ovechkin's going to have to come out onto the ice. Not sure how Lindgren is making all these saves. The Sabres should have 4 or 5 at this point. But somehow Ovechkin, he got hooked down to the ice by Owen Power, and then the Sabres a couple more great opportunities. Someone just tweeted, Capitals are down 3-1 to the Sabres. Islanders losing to a hapless Blackhawk squad. And meanwhile, the Pens with a chance here to give their season life have peed down their own legs. I'm just not sure how any of those calls are not against Buffalo. As a Sabres fan, Ovechkin was definitely hooked down to the ice. It's kind of crazy that they didn't penalize Buffalo for that. Looks like the Devils just took a 3-1 lead over the Penguins. Penguins just suck. Yeah. But, wowzers. Sabres should be up 4-1 at this point. Some wild sequences. So Ovechkin had a mini breakaway. Power got back on him. Thompson dumped it to the other end. Quinn is looking like himself again. After a rough first period, he's now looking really good here. Cousins stopped while buzzing the net. Yeah, the kids line is back, folks. Cousins, Benson, Quinn. They're so back. So back. Never have been so back before. We're here. It's happening. It's right now. Someone's going to lose their way into the playoffs, probably. All right, we are back underway here, folks. Sabres have 23 shots. Why does Monumental keep miscounting the number of shots the Capitals have? This is like the 4th time they've taken one away. This is so annoying for me. Sabres trying to get 4, but Milano fell down but stripped Byram of the puck. Byram's not having a great game here tonight. Now he turns it over in front of the net. What is he doing? He's forcing passes. Karlsson to the front. That one deflects just wide of Luukkonen. To the near corner. Again, Strome behind the net. Trying to circle this to the point. But Strome with some strong play in the corner. Again, gets it to Strome. From Milano to Karlsson. Sends a pass or shot to the front of the net. Was looking for a deflection. Didn't get it, though. Now the Sabres can go forward with this. Byram to the blue line. Oh, that almost bounced right into the clutches of Alex Tuck. But Capitals get to it first. Get it out of the zone. And the Capitals can reset here in their own end now. It's Karlsson. Curtis Lazar scored for the Devils up 3-1. Curtis Lazar. Hello, old friend. There's another long-range shot that goes just wide of Luukkonen. He just doesn't look comfortable here right now. Thank God the Capitals aren't getting too many crazy high-scoring opportunities, high-danger opportunities. Jensen with the puck, floats one forward towards... Man, I can't tell who that is. That's Alexis Potras, though? Yeah, it is. Sabres trying to get out of their own zone. Clifton just got tripped up as he was trying to do so, but... Referees seem to have swallowed their whistles against both teams here. There's been some obvious penalties in the second, and the refs were like, nah, I don't think so. All right, here we have it again. Patras drops it, kicks it back to the defenseman. Washington going to slowly try to go up ice here. Only have a minute and a half, though, to go in the second period. Make sure, folks, Cal will be on for the second intermission. As Krebs comes forward across to Victor Olofsson. His one-time blast stopped by the glove of Lindgren, and now that's going to be a penalty against Buffalo. Of all the penalties you could call, though, that's the one. Really cheap penalty to give up, though, by the way, on Maletzin. He was being held on to pretty strongly there by Peyton Krebs, and that's not one you want to give up if you're Buffalo. Right at the end of this second period, you're giving the Capitals life. If they score here, Krebs. Yeah, Granato's not going to be happy with that one. So Washington with their first power play opportunity of the night. With 1:09 to go here, Krebs 2 minutes for a hold, and it was pretty obvious. Yeah, so obvious. And right off the faceoff, Capitals win it, but the Sabres touch that one out of the zone. Good read there by Alex Tuck. And now the Capitals can circle around as they get ready to go into the Sabres zone with speed. Drops it back to Strome. Goes up the far side, across that blue line, finds his man on the near side. Sarbosa Kicks it to Carlson. Carlson now to the front of the net. They score. Good job, Krebs. You really are great. Power play goal there. There was a man sitting all alone in front, and the Capitals pull within one here. It's Dylan Strome with the goal. And didn't take long for the Sabres to give up a power play goal in that time. Yeah, that's another one where Peyton Krebs is just stupid. Man, how does Dylan Strome get all alone in front of the net like that? Nobody around him. Where is everyone gone? Power, where are you? But that one went right into the glove of Luukkonen, and he probably should have controlled that one too. That's routine. Not good by Buffalo. So Washington does have life here. Sabres give another one up late into the period. Krebs has the skate of shame. He's had to do that a couple times here this season. Yeah, not good from Peyton Krebs. It seems like he's really been a net negative on the season so far. As the Capitals throw this one all the way down the ice, it looks like it's going to come back for an icing call against Washington. You just can't do that. Situations like that where you can't commit penalties. Ay. Sabres power play or penalty kill just had no life. No way of stopping the Capitals. You really just felt like they were going to score on that one. I even called. I was like, Krebs, I swear to God. Now the Capitals maybe looking for some extra lickings here before the end of the second. They go forward. They get it to the near side boards, but turn it over. 10 seconds left. Quinn with speed up the far side to Cousins. Cousins throws one all the way in on Lindgren, and he's going to have to cover up here with 4.4 seconds to go here in this second period. So we should get one more face-off here, and then that's a wraps. That's it. But folks, Cal will be with us for the second intermission here, so stick around for that. We'll get his thoughts on what he thought on that. We'll get his thoughts on the second period there for the Sabres. He's probably going to complain about Krebs, though, just like I am right now, because Krebs is just kind of stupid sometimes. I'm not sure what he really needed to do with that holding. He really wanted to climb on for a nice ride. Man almost needs to have the speech of his life in that guy. Yeah. You really think that's possible, though? All right, we get another face-off here after that one was apparently dropped improperly. Tage trying to win it. He can't. Goes to the corner. Sabres. There's a 1 second left, guys. They just kind of stopped playing. Both sides did. So that's it. That's it for the second period, folks. Sabres have a shot advantage of 25-13. And, Sabres gave up a really cheap one to end the period. Not smart. Not smart at all. Dylan Strome had the power play goal here. 13 people in the chat, folks. We got 13 likes. Let's go. Keep it going. Keep her going. We got one more period there. So we wait. We shall wait for Cal. Hopefully someday he'll do it. There we go. All right, so we have Callan back into the chat. Oh, there's two of me. Whoops. Let's get Cal on the screen. Cal, I got a question for you. Peyton Krebs, yes or no for next season?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with no. I've been pretty low on him this season. I mean, again, just taking dumb penalties like we saw there at the end of the period. That's going to be a costly one. Washington right back in the game here as we go to intermission. But yeah, Krebs, again, he's very young, but other than that first half of season we had him right after the trade, I have not liked his game at all. I really liked him his first season with us. You know, just his mental ability is just not there right now. And I don't understand exactly what Krebs is thinking, you know, the way he plays, because when we first got him, you know what he was. A
Mm-hmm.
great passer, great mind, not going to put up a ton of goals, but could score, but mainly passing, playmaking. And that's what he did. And he put up plenty of goals too his first year with us. Then the production went down, and then he got dropped to the fourth line. He became this gritty, whatever. Again, if your toughest guy is 5'2", it doesn't matter. It literally does. I mean, again, you can make him like a Brad Marchand. I get it, but he doesn't have the talent to back it up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He what's he gonna chirp, right? He doesn't put up points. He doesn't put up goals. So it doesn't work with him. And now they've given him some chances on some scoring lines this year, and it hasn't worked. And that is unfortunate. I think he has the talent and he definitely had the potential. He just might need a reset, whether that be a trade, whether that means somehow wiggling him down to Rochester. Again, he's still young. I think he's like 22. So there's still plenty of time for him in his career. But again, right now, it's not looking great.
No, but let's look on the bright side though. JJ Paterka in that first line, him, Tage, and Tuck. They have been dynamite since Don Granato put them together in Edmonton. That may be the only good thing Granato has done this season, Cal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, the debate's coming up now that the Sabres are starting to spend money and you're going to have to get some big names in free agency. Again, Kevin Adams, big names in free agency, or else this team ain't going nowhere. And if they do that, they're going to have to probably choose Quinn or Paterka for the future. Now, again, they could re-sign both of them. I don't think Quinn's done enough via, with these injuries and all that to get big money. But Paterka's starting to, kind of get on that pace where you might want to line them up, as Kevin Adams has been doing with all of his young stars, on these cheaper long-term deals and hope it pans out. Now, Paterka, one of my favorite players. I've been watching him since the juniors. I've made several videos about it. I made this a key point. When he, gets that confidence, that big league confidence, he is going to be a superstar. He has all the capabilities. He's blazing fast, has a beautiful hard shot. His stick handling is great. The only thing that's stopping him right now is confidence. You could tell sometimes he's a little hesitant. He's got that Owen Power syndrome, I think, sometimes where he just doesn't go for it. And much in the same with Owen Power, when they decide to go for it, they're great players. And we've seen that with JJ Paterka. Again, another reason why I think he's a very streaky player is, confidence wise. The confidence gets in the dumps. All of a sudden, he's not in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah.
Flip that around. How many games have we seen JJ Paterka score 3 goals, 2 goals? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very streaky with him. He goes on goal streaks and then droughts, goal streaks and droughts, and that'll that'll normalize as he gains that confidence.
There's another player that I think we could see a Paterka-esque bump up for next season. Zach Benson. He's looked so good, Mister. This season I have bangs. He's looking good. He's looking real good.
100%. I mean, Zach Benson again. Right now, I know people are gonna hate me for saying this. He's too small. Okay, he's too small. He gets finagled. He gets crushed out there. But he has the talent. I mean, let me tell you, he puts on 20 pounds of muscle, bulks up a little bit, maybe gets older than 18 years old. He is going to be great in this league. So he has it. It's just, this year, I didn't expect much from him. He's been robbed so many times this year. He should have so many more goals. But I mean, again, like I said, his first goal in the league was between the legs. I mean, that's pretty much all you have to know with this kid. He's got the confidence already. He's oozing with confidence. The effort is there 100%. He is dogging out there all game long. Doesn't matter what the score is. So he has the mentality. He just has to put on the physical stature of, a grown man. And again, he's 18 years old, almost 19. It's going to take a little bit. But once he does that, I think he's going to be a top dog in the league.
Now, looking ahead a little bit to the future, Cal, and I think there's a name that we've all been forgetting a lot, Matt Savoy, because he's going to be too old for the juniors. Do you put him in Rochester, let him develop for a year, or do you think maybe he's got that training camp like bump that Benson did, and do we see him next year? Because imagine Benson with Savoy, third line, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it all comes down to what they do in the offseason. Kevin Adams, again, if he decides to do nothing, much like he did this year, 100% Savoy has to be up here, right? Because, I mean, look at the team right now. You have Gergensons, who may or may not be back. Robinson. I mean, you got guys like Rusek. You have Olofsson. All these guys are probably not going to be there. So you're going to have to get some of these young kids up here. And quite frankly, I think you call Savoy up right now, he's better than all those guys I just listed. So it has to happen. But again, I think if Kevin Adams has any brain cells, he goes out, he makes some moves in free agency. this year the Sabres still have a lot of money, right? They're free to do kind of whatever they want. They're not tight on cash whatsoever. They still, even with signing a bunch of these guys to long-term deals, they're still nowhere near the top there. And they still have a ton of prospects they could trade for good players. And if this season taught us anything, it's you can't sit on your hands in the offseason and hope your players who already had career years take another step up. It doesn't happen. So again, maybe next year, Kevin Adams expects a little bit of a bounce back from guys like Tage Thompson, guys on the team, Dylan Cousins, who have had off years. But you can't, sit there and wait for a miracle. You got to go out there and get these guys yourself. And I think he's learned a big lesson from that. And I think he knows if, he does the same thing and, quite frankly, does nothing in the offseason, he's all of a sudden on the hot seat as well. If the Sabres miss the playoffs due to his, decisions to do pretty much nothing in the offseason.
And Truth is just coming out back with a couple more names: Kulik, Noah Ostlund. Sabres are just oozing with talent in the minors. And I just went through the list again. I feel like I do this every game where I check off all the dead weight on this roster. And Kale, you can disagree with me here a little bit, maybe add a couple guys or two, but I've checked off so far Jordan Greenway, Lucas Rusek, Tyson Jost, Zemgus Girgensons, Cale Clegg, Eric Robinson, and Victor Olofsson. That's your dead weight.
I believe, does Greenway still have one more year under
Does.
contract?
Yep.
I think you're stuck with him. I think Jordan Greenway as a fourth liner, penalty killer, I'm okay with, right? This nonsense with him on the power play, him on the second line, that cannot be happening, right? And he's been injured so many times this year. I mean, for a big guy, he gets injured a lot, and he doesn't really use his size, which, again, drives me nuts. That's one of my biggest pet peeves about hockey. Those big guys who aren't great offensively, and they don't use their size. Mm-hmm. We saw that, trying to think of the guy's name now, the Amherst that came up, Brett Murray. We saw that with Brett Murray, right? Big guy, had decent offensive ability, but didn't use his size when he got to the NHL. And that's mainly why they sent him back to Cincinnati for a half season before he came back with Rochester. So, you see these guys with that build. And again, if you're not going to be putting up goals, like if you're not a Tage Thompson, for example, big guy, but you got all the offense. If you're going to be a guy like Jordan Greenway, you have to get into it. You have to fight. You have to hit. And again, he does, but it's not enough, right? And the hits he provides is just because, I'm bigger than you, so I'm just going to stand there. He's not actively looking for hits, and you got to be doing that, right? And Same thing goes for defensemen. If you're a big defenseman, that skates in quicksand, you better be contributing on the physical end of it, or else you do not belong in the league.
Skates in quicksand. I'm wondering who you're referring to there. Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember, though, Dalton Smith? The one big guy that actually did use his size in the 2 games he was up here. Dalton Smith, just throw him against Tampa when they were trying to murder our guys. Yeah, get Dalton Smith in there. He caused a couple of fights. That was so fun. He could have been.
Team had Dalton Smith and CJ Smith on the same roster at one time. Never forget where you came from, I guess. But yeah, I mean, he was. Yeah, Dalton Smith was fun to watch for a little bit, and with the Amherst, definitely gotten quite a few scrums down there, and that's fun to watch, right? Again, I know a lot of people try to wean out the fighting in hockey, but it's a massive part of the game. I mean, you see the reaction from the bench and the crowd after fights. I mean, that gets everyone going. I get it. You don't got to fight every night. I mean, you got this guy on the Rangers who thinks he's hot stuff and fights every single night.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have to do that. Be a little smarter. Don't get yourself killed. Concussions, all that. But look at the reaction from that fan base. I mean, the crowd loves him. The teammates go nuts on the bench, and it revitalizes them within minutes when he fights. So that's just one of the biggest things, one of the biggest lost arts in hockey. And I think you definitely got to find a way to get that back in the game. I don't know if that means, maybe a little more padding, maybe a little more, protective measures on the helmets, whatever you got to do to make fighting a little easier to do in the league again without the refs jumping in immediately. They got to do it.
Yeah. But let's shift again towards the game here. And we did talk about Peyton Krebs. Oh, I forgot to check out Peyton Krebs on my dead weight list. Yeah. He's on the dead weight. Yeah. Sorry, Peyton. You just haven't shown enough. And I'd even also I forgot Eric Comrie. How could I?
Oh, yeah, he's forgettable.
That's an interesting thing though, Cal. In the final stretch of this season, the Sabres have kind of gone back to the 3-goalie rotation, except it's not a rotation anymore. Where the hell is Eric Comrie gone? He's been missing. It's been Devin Levi. He hasn't been playing. Neither has Levi. Yet we only see Levi. It'd be much easier for the Sabres to put Levi in Rochester rather than stick him on the bench, but for some strange reason, Comrie's nowhere to be found.
It's odd, right? Because if you've been keeping up with the Amherst recently, they're on it. All of a sudden, they're up in the standings, and they've been doing it without key guys. I mean, a lot of their guys down there have been hurt. Kulik's been out for a few games. Byro's been gone for a little bit. I mean, they're finally getting some reinforcements with Victor Nuchev got back up, but a ton of guys down there. I mean, you look at Mason Jobst has been out a couple of games, and the list goes on and on and on with all these top guys in Rochester. Yet they keep winning games all of a sudden. So they've been a great team. You would think they'd want to get Levi down there for the playoffs. He is eligible, so I guess they could keep him up here, get maybe one more game in the NHL, but I'd send him down as quick as possible. I think he's proved to us he can do it in the NHL. He's a solid option for next season. Go back down there and win a cup with the Amherst. Go try to do that. As far as Comrie goes, I think they're doing him a service. I don't think they want to cut him. I think they think he's a good guy. He's a cheerful guy. He likes to talk. But not a good goalie, right? So
Right.
he's got to go. And I think they've decided maybe they're just going to leave him. Hopefully the fans forget about him when he doesn't play. Leave him on the roster, and then in 2 weeks he could be gone.
Yeah. How many more weeks do we have? We have 10 more days, I think. When's the final? Is it the 12th?
Can't come soon enough. I mean, this season has just been miserable. I mean, I remember this time last season, we were thinking there was a chance of playoffs. These streams were absolutely amazing. It's some of the most fun I've had watching hockey since I started watching when I was like 6 years old. And
just nothing. Nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, just a total waste of time this year. But hey, the Sabres have a lead, and usually when they have a lead going into the third period, they're not too shabby. Comrie's the new house cat. We got this. Yeah. That's another. Yeah. So the Comrie thing has just been really confusing. I've seen some people on Sabres Twitter start to notice it. That hey, we haven't cut Comrie. We haven't waived him again. But let's just go talk about a couple more guys here. And I want to talk to you, Cal, about Zemgus Girgensons. I know he's got a goal tonight. He's looked pretty decent. But what the hell did the Sabres do with him? Ownership loves him, but is that enough?
It's a tough one, right? Because I think we all like Zemgus Girgensons. He's been here forever, and he's been here for so long that you forget he's even up on contract. I mean, last year, I thought he was gone. I was like, maybe we re-sign him. Maybe we re-sign Okposo. There's no way we re-signed both. And that was pretty much the only thing we did last offseason to re-sign them both. And I, shocked as ever. We come into this year, and guess what? They both underperformed. But I think Zemgus Girgensons has had some great moments this year. I think he is an NHL level fourth liner. He's been here for so long. But at the same time, it's time for change, right? Maybe he's the bad luck charm. It just doesn't seem like a Zemgus Girgensons Sabres team is making the playoffs anytime soon. So, I think it's time for change. I don't know what exactly you'd be doing. If they think they're doing him a favor by keeping him in Buffalo, maybe he wants to stay here. And if he wants to stay here, fine, whatever, one more year. But again, we have too many prospects to be keeping guys like Zemgus Girgensons. Now, I was a little bit more accepting of Girgensons than Okposo. I thought Okposo kind of died out at the end of last season. I really didn't think he had much left in the tank. And we saw this year, he didn't really. I don't even know what he's been doing with Florida. If he's been playing, I haven't been watching at all.
I don't think he's got
anything about him.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Middlestat's been lighting it up with Colorado, so good for him. But yeah, I have not heard anything about Okposo with Florida. I know he's at least played a game, but that's all I know.
Cal, I want you to guess how many points Okposo has since he's gone to Florida. How many points do you think he has?
I haven't heard a thing. I'm going to go 1. I honestly don't know. 0. How many games does he play?
3. He's played 3 games. He's played, he's played 3 games. I'm not really sure what they're doing for him down there, what the point of trading him was, but it was clear that the fans wanted him gone. I know he was the captain and he was a locker room guy, but it seemed like every single Sabres fan was up so happy. They were rejoicing when we finally shipped his ass away.
I have an autographed Okposo stick, and I was leading the charge wanting him gone this year. I mean, I don't know why we brought him back. I really don't. I mean, I know Kevin Adams is buddies with him, and, he's got a family up here. I get it, but again, it's a business, right? And so many people pay for season tickets. So many people pay for MSG subscription to watch the games. So many, I mean, we got people in here listening to us talk about Sabres hockey. It's a business. It's not a family deal. It's not. It's a workplace, right? I mean, you can't be getting your buddies 1-year deals and cost your team the playoffs, cost the fan the playoffs. It can't happen. And I think that was one of the first moves last offseason where I sat there and I was like, oh boy, Kevin Adams may not be the guy I thought he was, and this team may not be headed in the direction I thought they were. And we sit here at the end of the year and we're back where we were 2 years ago, where we're kind of lost.
Kind of, and I was seeing some tweets a couple days ago because on April 1st, actually it was yesterday, a couple days ago, yesterday was, the 2-year anniversary of RJ night, and a lot of people were like, this was the night that I thought the Sabres franchise was turning around. The fans were back in the building, they were cheering these guys on. What happened? We had a good season afterwards. The vibes were awesome. The city was getting behind this team again. And then this season, another year where you lose more season ticket holders. They don't renew. You see the Leafs fans just take over your building. Boston Bruins fans have done it too. Canadiens fans, I went to a Habs Sabres game, and it was just all Habs fans in the lower bowl. It's embarrassing stuff. And this organization, they need to do a lot of soul searching. Terry Pegula needs to finally come out of the woodwork and stop being a big wuss, and to finally lead this team to glory. But anyways, it's the beginning of the third period. Cal, it was so nice to have you on for tonight. You got dogs, right?
Oh yeah. We're watching dogs tonight. I'm gonna take them out now, actually, around 9:00. But it was nice joining. Hopefully the Sabres hold on to this one. And I don't know. We're doing at least one more stream here for the end of the year.
Probably.
Depends what happens.
Yeah. It depends on what happens.
Have a farewell stream, I think.
Yeah. My guess is probably that final season game against Tampa, but we'll see. But anyways, Cal,
I'll try to join. Thank you, guys, and have a good night.
Here we go. Tuck trying to split the defenseman. Oh, there's two of me. Nice. There we go. Let's get that edited. Nice. Okay. All right. Sabres have it again in the offensive zone, but it looks like we have another power play coming here. I believe the Sabres are heading back to the power. No, is Peterka going to the box? Are you kidding me? What the hell, Peterka? I didn't even get to see what your dumbass was doing, but Capitals are getting another power play here. They had a power play with a minute to go in the second period, scored immediately. Now they have a power play here a minute into the third period. We shall see if the Sabres do any better now. I didn't get to see it initially. I was saying farewell to Cal. And again, Monumental, you're driving me insane, taking away shots. But there's Peterka, got the stick in between the legs of John Carlson. In the end, a really easy call there. And Sabres got to kill a big one off here, but Tuck trying to go forward shorthanded after the faceoff win. Now the Sabres will play four corners a little bit. Jacob Bryson going to throw this one again into the Capital zone. The Capitals immediately scored on their only power play of the game. That one came at the end of the second, so the Sabres need to do better here, but it's already off to a better start as the Sabres have sent this one again down the length of the ice, courtesy of Alex Tuck. But here comes John Carlson, drops it back to his speedy forward, Dylan Strome. Strome through center across that blue line, throws it all the way around into the Sabres zone, but nice tip by the Sabres, and Benson is coming back with speed. Here comes Zach Benson, shorthanded to the middle of the ice, one on the backhander. Stop, rebound, high shot there by Dylan Cousins. That one was fought off right off the mask, I think, of Charlie Lindgren. Play continues on now as Sarbosa comes in for the Capitals. Sarbosa behind the net. Dahlin gets that puck first on the backhander. He gets tripped up, and the Capitals have lost this power play. It's going to be 4-on-4 action for the time being. Bad break there for Max Pacioretty. Pacioretty got the stick in between the legs of Rasmus Dahlin, and we have some 4-on-4 action here. Bye-bye. Sabres are actually going to get a power play at the end of all of this, but got 53 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. So, good penalty kill there by the Buffalo Sabres, and there's a couple fans chirping Pacioretty as he grins a little bit in the box, but yeah, obvious call there. Pacioretty just kind of, kind of does one of those as he skates off. He knew exactly what he did right when he did it. All right, face off here for the Sabres, 4-on-4 action for the next 52 seconds or so. Gergensen's right off the face off, has it in the middle of the ice, plays it out wide to Power. Now finds a man going through to the front of the net. It was on his backhand, though, so couldn't get a good shot off. Now the Sabres have it again, walking to the front of the ice. Nice spinorama move from Jack Quinn, but he lost control of the puck. Capitals regain possession here as they spin around their own zone. Connor McMichael back to Jensen. Nick Jensen, he fell over a couple of times in that second period. Maybe he got new kicks here tonight. But here comes Sandin. Nice pass forward to find his man. They're going forward. That centering pass intended for McMichael was off the mark. Byram now can skate it away for Buffalo. Byram actually going to drop it instead to Tage Thompson. 17:30. 10 seconds to go here before this Sabres power play begins here. Donnelly right at the blue line, just trying to keep possession for the Sabres. Donnelly now again with it. Throws it all the way around. Now the Sabres power play will commence. Tuck on the far side. Right at the blue line. Finds Tage. Kind of shoved to the outside. Sabres get it down low. Kick it to the point here for Donnelly. Out wide. Tuck. One-timer right off his stick. Went wide of the target. Now the Sabres will try to bounce this one back to the point quietly and slowly. Donnelly again. Takes the shot, scores! Oh, crazy. One-timer from the point beats Charlie Lindgren, and the Sabres have not one, but two power play goals here tonight. They regain that 2-goal advantage. Big goal. Razzle-dazzle, delicious. Beautiful one-timer for him. It was courtesy of some nice net front presence by... who is that? Michael Ferravari, I think. But yeah, the Sabres get their fourth of the night. Charlie Lindgren didn't see that from distance. He had some net front presence, as I mentioned before. But Dahlin, just an easy, simple one-timer into the back of the net. And the Sabres are leading again 4-2. And they still are out-shooting Washington 29-11. It's been brutal on that front. His 18th of the season. Thank you, Truth. Yeah, I was looking for the number there, but I just couldn't think of it. Anyways, Capitals looking for a quick response here. Sandin throws one towards the front of the net. It was tipped there forward. Now they play it to the point there. It was LaPierre. Back to Jensen, one-timer! Oh, it blasts right off the inside of the knee of Connor Clifton. He put his body on the line to make a great defensive play there, but he's hobbling around. He's got one leg, folks. Connor Clifton is struggling on the ice. Sabres basically playing 5-on-4 at the moment here. Sabres still forced to defend with Sandin at the point. Now he plays a pass off the boards to the near side for Portra. Now the Sabres get it out, lift it forward. Skinner was in the area, but he was looking for the puck and took too long for him to track it down as Jensen gets the puck, plays it forward, looking for Sarbosa. Sarbosa had it taken away by Bo Byram. And now Byram can skate it away for Buffalo. Here he comes to Jack Quinn between a couple defensemen, but it looks like Cousins went in offsides. We get this. Monumento, if I add this shot, are you guys going to take it away again? These guys are really so unconfident. But that one-timer was going straight to the back of the net. But if Clifton didn't block that one, that's a huge block there for the Sabres. 15:50 to go here in this third period as Pacioretty going forward gets checked off the puck there by the Buffalo Sabres. And now they can go forward. Long stretch pass deflects into the Caps end. There goes... I don't freaking know who that is. Alexander Alexeyev. Nice Russian name. Goes into the near corner here. Sabres fish it back to the point. Went between a couple of players. Cousins now off the boards. Finds some space forward for Benson. Wide. Takes it behind the net. Drops it. Quinn, I thought he was going to take the one-timer. Didn't there. Quinn still with the puck. Makes a move along the boards. Gets it to Benson. Benson finds Quinn. In front. They score! Tage Thompson finishes that one off. It's 5-2 Buffalo. The Sabres are really pulling away with this one on their 30th of the game. Everyone thinks it's in the back of the net. Did it go bar down? I thought it did. I thought it clearly crossed the goal line there. We'll see on this replay here. Looks like it went off the upper part of the net there, the upper quadrant. Who's she on this angle? Oh yeah, that went in. Tage Thompson with a mega TNT blast from within 3 feet of the goalie there. He was fine, found himself all alone in front. It's definitely 5-2. Yep, that's going to count as a goal. Tage did score that. And now here comes Jensen, far side. They walk in. Luukkonen with a breakaway save, essentially. Tage gathers up the rebound, plays it across, and now the Sabres really do have some distance between them and the Capitals. Yeah, now we need a J.J. Hattie. Benson with a great find. That's Benson's second assist of the night, and the Capitals just don't look like they're interested in getting back into this game. And the Capitals really needed this one. Their fans have to be upset with that. But that wasn't John Carlson. That was Alexei Potras. I don't know. Capitals win that offensive zone faceoff. It bounces weirdly right in front of the net. Luukkonen had to reset himself, but Tuch got to that one first. Finds Tage. Tage across the blue line. Has some space. Now he'll ring this one below the goal line here. JJ on the puck. His pass to the point deflected off his stick, but they keep it in here. Tage now still with the puck. Looking far side to score again! It's Alex Tuch! The onslaught continues here for Buffalo. And an offensive explosion here in the last couple of minutes as the Capitals have totally unraveled here. Alex Tuch this time with the goal. It's 6-2 Buffalo. We're getting goals, lots of goals. Everyone gets a goal. I think Peterka's going to get his 4th point of the night. Tage with another point as well. He already had 2 assists. Now he's got a 3rd and a goal. Tuch with his 20th, I believe, of the season to make it 6-2 Buffalo. Lindgren, I can't really fault him for too much here. Tuch with a muted celebration after the fact. But, yeah, it looks like Lindgren's getting pulled, folks. Darcy Kemper is coming in. It's over. It's over for Charlie Lindgren. It's over for the Washington Capitals here tonight. They only have 13 shots on goal, and they're now down by 4. Where the hell were this Sabres team all season long? Where were they? They got 3 goals in the last couple of minutes here. Nice. What is happening? Is it the goat head energy, guys? Great work by Benson. Yeah. Yeah, so Charlie Lindgren, his night is over. In comes Darcy Kemper, who hasn't seen too many starts recently. Lindgren with a shake of the head as he goes back to the bench. What a glorious mustache he has, by the way. A sick mustache for Charlie Lindgren. Too bad he's getting pulled and sucks, though. I wouldn't even say he sucks. Capitals have just left him out to dry here. So, Sabres with their 3rd goal in as many minutes as they tip this one into the Capitals end again. OMG Stanley Cup, baby. Yeah, we're going to the playoffs. We are going to the mother effing playoffs. It's happening. 4 points out. We just got to win out and pray that everyone else loses a bunch of games. But, hey, if we do this, Capitals are the second wildcard team. We face them again, and we face Detroit again. Playoffs are back on. Get the parade going, folks. It's happening. Plan it out. Anyways, Capitals going up ice after that face-off win. They go into the Sabre zone with some speed, but that's tempered pretty quickly by Connor Clifton. He was working off of Beck Melanson. Now the Sabres throw to an open board. Skinner gets it forward to Peyton Krebs. He springs forward. So yeah, Peterka's got 3 points. Tuch's also got 3 points. Benson 2, Dahlin 2, Thompson 2. Your big boys, they've shown up tonight, and that's what the Sabres have missed far too often here tonight. Or far too much this season. But Jokiharju finds Krebs, trying to curl back, maybe get some space in the middle of the ice. Couldn't get the shot off, though. Sabres again try to get to the point. Nice keep in by Jokiharju. He'll throw this one all the way around down the end boards to the far side for Melanson, and he'll just backhand this one out a couple of feet. Sabres again coming back in with speed. They are not stopping here. Quinn, baby, with a shot that goes just wide, far corner. That kid's line has been looking for a goal here tonight. Maybe they'll get it. But again, here's Cousins finding Quinn going forward with speed across that blue line. Quinn looks dangerous. Quinn looks happy tonight. He looks back and fresh and ready to go again. This is the Quinn we missed against Toronto on Saturday night. He looked really putrid that game. But here comes Capitals. Maybe they have an answer. That shot was tipped just wide of Luukkonen looking far corner. Miroshnichenko between the legs feed for McMichael in the high slot. Now he plays it to the point. Inside, outside. Now it goes to Alexeyev from Faravari. Alexeyev plays it to the far corner again. Capitals working this around the Sabres zone. Nice feed, nice quick shot. Patted away by Luukkonen. Rebound, though, couldn't be controlled. Capitals still have pressure alive here. Alexeyev in front, and is it in the net? No. Luukkonen made a couple of nice saves in tight against Connor McMichael and Hendrix Lapierre. But that's all she wrote for that little series, because now we got a whistle, and now we have a commercial break. So, this game is totally unraveled. I want to see what Capitals fans are saying. They gotta be pissed. Really pissed. The Capitals just haven't been able to push the play going forward. Yeah, Alex Tuch scores 6 years too late. Yeah, it appears the Capitals don't want to make the playoffs. They still have 8 games left, though. But the Sabres face this team one more time before the end of the season. That game is going to be in Buffalo again next Thursday, or next something like that, on April 11th. I think that's next Thursday. But yeah, it's been a very prolific period, and people are yelling at John Carlson at the moment in Washington Twitter sphere. So they're not too happy. This was a huge game. They expected to take this game, but Buffalo had other ideas and good response for them. And again, I'm just wondering where the hell this team has been all season long. Like, they couldn't do this before. They couldn't do this 20 games ago. They couldn't have been this consistent before. I don't know. Maybe it's just the goat head energy. Maybe we need to wear the goat heads permanently. I don't really want that. I like them as just an occasional alternate jersey, but whatever. I can't believe, though, that this Capitals team could make the playoffs. If only the Sabres won a couple more games. If only they beat the Anaheim Ducks twice like they should have. And maybe they could have beaten Columbus one more time. Why? Why must the Sabres do this to us? They lose such horrible games. All right, but we've returned to play here. The Habs are beating the Panthers also, so even a broke clock is right twice a day. Yeah, his block pads are really sharp. You're right, Coyote. Very sharp. All right. Jeff Seymour Skinner. That's his middle name, really? All right. We have returned to play, folks. That face-off coming just outside the Sabres zone. Capitals win it. Throw it into the Sabres end, and their scoreboard is completely wrong. They've lost a goal for both teams. That's an oopsie by Monumental. Great production crew, by the way. And they took away another shot for the Capitals. I really am pissed off at them for that. Yep, now they take away the scoreboard. Okay. Yep, they're unreliable. They realize their mistakes. Capitals get this into the Sabres end here. Now they put the Monumental. Okay, now that's uncropped. Okay, production team, you're really struggling here, guys. Here's Ferravari. Seems like his goal to give the Capitals a lead happened a long time ago. Here's Olofsson. He steals it from him. Makes a nice move at the blue line. Gives it into the skates of Power. Power drops it back to Gergensons. Holds. Now will play a slap pass all the way to Owen Power. He plays it again back to Power, but that one jumped over his stick, and now the Sabres have to retreat out of the zone. Power across to Henry Jokiharju with the puck in his own zone. Sabres making a bunch of line changes there. Now they'll go forward a little bit. Tage Thompson makes a move, makes another one, has the control. Now finds Jokiharju. He's got a lane, takes the shot, bounced just wide, didn't make it all the way through either to Darcy Kemper. Now Peterka, he's on hat-trick watch here tonight. Oh, the Sabres just got another turnover. Alex Tuch with this that stick. He's been really making the Capitals pay here tonight. I'm sure their coach is going to be furious with their lazy effort. Pacioretty couldn't handle that one. Tuch can now go the other way, trying to make a move. Go inside, outside on Sonny Milano, but can't get past him. Capitals into the zone. Strome with a high shot. That one deflects off his skating wide. Now it goes to the point for Jensen. Across the one-timer. Back to Pacioretty. Hit the outside of the post. He had a wide open net, and his old ass looks so tired, so defeated going back off to the bench. That was a great little feed there by Sonny Milano, but the Capitals couldn't finish off the tic-tac-toe play. Now the Sabres have it again. They get it out of the zone. Benson here with some speed. Gets to the blue line before it's eventually poked away from him by Rasmus Sandin. Sandin Cross ice. Capitals move in again with quick speed. They take the shot by Abe Kubel. Nice glove save by Luukkonen. And looks like they're going to go to another commercial break. Lovely. Why can't we just end this game already? The Sabres are obviously going to win it. How did the Sabres not beat this team early in the season? I don't know. Also, the Islanders, are they still really losing to the... Bro, they're getting shut out by the Blackhawks? Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. A lot of people in New York right now currently rooting for the Sabres, and they're very happy that the Sabres are currently smashing the Washington Capitals. I don't know where that came from. My voice just lost control there. And the Canadiens have just pulled away from the Panthers, who have been not playing some great hockey as of late. Canadiens currently have a 5-2 lead over Florida, and Pittsburgh appears to have come back against the New Jersey Devils. They've come back. It's 3-3 there. That's crazy. Penguins, if they can win here tonight, they're only 3 points back of the Capitals. Yeah. No, they'd be 3 points back. If the Islanders win, though, they'd be 1 point back, and they're facing off against the Blackhawks. They can't beat the Blackhawks. I mean, I don't want to see the Islanders in the playoffs. I think they're a complete waste of time. Extremely mid. The whole entire wildcard race, that race for the second wildcard spot, all of these teams are really mid, guys. They're all mid. The hell is up with that? Meanwhile, Ottawa's currently losing to Minnesota. So, nice. Ottawa's on a 5-game win streak, their usual end-of-the-season bender. They always got to give their fans a little bit of hope for next year. Always got to do it. All right, we return to play here. Sabres are just dominating the Capitals in every single metric. Shots attempted, shots on goal, blocked shots, hits. It's face-offs, I think, the Capitals are still winning that. But Capitals have just not come to show up here tonight. And there's another face-off won by Buffalo. The defenseman interchanged with the puck, and Power nearly turned that one over, but he got it right back again fortuitously. Now the Sabres can bank this one forward to Tage Thompson. He kicks it back to Tuck, crosses that Capitals blue line with speed, finds Peterka trying to cut through to the front of the net. Almost worked out for him. Cousins needs to get it going offensively. He needs it. Yeah, I know. He needs a game where he has like 3 or 4 goals. Just get himself some confidence heading into next year, because he's really been unfortunate with some of his misses this year. His goals expected has been really, really poor compared to what it actually is. It's like he should have scored about 4 more goals this year. One of the worst I think it's the worst actually on the team. He's just had some horrible luck. Him and Zach Benson. But hey, maybe he'll be energized for next year. All right, this cross-ice pass spot intended for Alexander Ovechkin, deflected up and out of play. 13 people in the chat. Let's go, folks. 9:01 to go in this period. Sabres appear to have got it. There's Owen Power on the bench. Maybe he can finally take the next step next year. He's been solid this year. I've liked his play at times. He's been better. But someday the Sabres will make the playoffs and actually meet expectations. They give us glimpses like this game. Hey, at least I got to call a game where they score goals. It's been a while. Anyways, the Sabres throw this one into the Capital zone. Krebs onto the puck first. Throws this around to the near side for Skinner. Has a lane to the front of the net. Skinner waits a man. He hits the upside of the crossbar. Waited out. Darcy Kemper. How did Skinner not score? I'm so confused on that one. Now the Capitals throw this one all the way in on goal. All the way on Luukkonen. He will cover that one up. And I want to see a replay on that one. Somehow Skinner didn't score. He's got a smile on his face, talks to his teammate there. They all look up to the scoreboard, but I'm not sure. Skinner just outweighted literally everyone. He had a wide open net and hit the crossbar. Yeah, he had literally a wide open net. Darcy Kemper was down on his stomach. I'm not sure how Skinner didn't do that. Like, that's crazy. He hits the right rump side of that crossbar. He had a wide open net, too. The Capitals won another face-off, but that one, they won it to the point, but it goes off the skate of Skinner and up and out of play. And Skinner still smiling and shaking his head on the way back to the bench. He's had an eventful night there. He's only got 24 goals, 21 assists. That was nearly number 25. I'd like to see him get going a little more this season, but it's been a down year for everyone. Almost everyone. Offensively. Hopefully this makes them hungry for next season to realize their potential. Maybe have career years again. But here's Jack Quinn spinning around in his own zone with the puck, plays it forward, stretch pass finds Zach Benson. Along the near side boards, he'll play this one down low to Dylan Cousins. He gets rubbed off on the boards, but somehow gets it to the point, actually. Byram, nice drop pass, finds Yokiaru, shot to the front of the net, padded or blockered away by Darcy Kemper. Now Sonny Milano gets this one out, and maybe the Capitals have a 3-on the other way. Cousins, long-range wrister right into the glove of Kemper. He'll keep play moving, though. Actually, no, the referee called it just in time. Capitals getting a little too cute there. There's no point for that. You're down by 4. Just get shots on goal. All right. Another face-off. YouTube was giving me some weird notification there for a second saying that it's not receiving enough video. But anyways, Capitals skating back into the Sabres zone here. I just don't know this guy's name. Meletson finds Albert Kubel in the high slot. He takes a shot. Blocked, maybe, I think. No, Luukkonen must have gotten a piece of that. Either way, the Sabres get this one out of the zone. I don't trust Monumental right now. They always add shots, but then immediately take it away from their own team. Just the Capitals haven't gotten really anything going tonight. Literally nothing. Sabres trying to battle for this loose puck at center ice. Eventually, though, Nick Dowd takes it away for Washington, finds Alexeyev, gets it down into the Sabres end. Clifton below the goal line, places one around the boards, up the far side, couldn't get it out, forced to get it. He has it back again. Has to flip this one forward to Alex Tuck. More Illuminati liquid? Okay. It's right here, guys. You can never see what it is. Take your guesses, though, guys. What do you think? Is it water? Is it spicy water? Is it something else? But here's Clifton. Gets it forward. Tuck, now in the cap zone. Throw this bouncer well wide of Darcy Kemper. Peterka again with the puck. Peterka into the slot. Tuck, or Thompson, couldn't control it. Now he's forced to the corner himself. On the backhander, cuts to the front of the net all the way. Now it bounces just wide of the far post. And now Peterka just got sandwiched behind the play by Sarbosa. He got up, though. Looks like he's kind of skating gingerly at the moment. Now he's getting his way towards the bench, skating gingerly off the ice. And the Capitals, again, throw this one into the Sabres bench. That goes out of play. 6 minutes to go. One more commercial break, and then we can close this game out. Actually, it's 5:57 to go. Nice. If the Sabres win the next 22 games straight, they've won the Stanley Cup. Oh, wow, the Penguins just scored another 2. They are up on the Devils 5-3. Let's go. Yes, sir. Sabres have actually been good. Can't believe that. Can we make the playoffs next year? Can we make every game as well Jeff Skinner Day? Because it seems to be working. Guys are playing with spirit, with passion. They're having fun. I don't know, guys. This is the Sabres team that I remember watching last year. Shots are currently in favor of Buffalo heavily, 35-18. And, hey, Penguins are only going to be 3 points out of a playoff spot. They were down 3-1, but the Devils have just completely imploded. Ricard Raquel is even scoring. That's crazy. Pittsburgh, are they back? They may be back. Oh, gosh. Sniping on ice. Yeah. Let's go. Indeed. All right, return to play. I'm starting to tire out. Usually Cal's here to chirp while I'm stretching or something, but I miss Cal. I miss my Pookie Bear. Anyways, Cal with this, or Sabres with that face-off, they win it. Again, they'll throw it into the Capital Zone. Looks like the entire arena is gone at this point, but it doesn't matter. The Sabres are going to get 2 points here tonight. Capitals again, just another sloppy try to get it out of the zone. Skinner's line is back out there. I'm sure Granato wants to get Skinner that goal on his 1,000th night. Somehow Skinner didn't get it before. Dumbass. Here comes the Capitals up the far side, though, courtesy of LaPierre. LaPierre trying to drop it back to Sarbosa. Sarbosa towards the point, misses everyone, finds Jeff Skinner. He holds on to it. Now he'll drop it back, and the Sabres can slowly meander their way into the zone. Skinner now in the high slot, just as he was about to take the shot, had to go off his stick. 6-3. Wow. Devils suck. The Devils, talk about a disappointing team. They had 51 wins last year, and they won a playoff series, and they're just as good as Buffalo now. Here comes Jokiharju, though. Drops it with speed. Quinn to the outside. Trying to take a short angle shot again. He's had a couple of those opportunities. Here's Dahlin, though, at the blue line. And Quinn lost control of it. It goes out of the zone. All the way down the ice. Dahlin's up to it first, but he's under immediate pressure from McMichael. Dahlin, how did he skate away from 3 Capitals players on the forecheck? Not sure. Sabres again trying to get this one into the zone, but it's turned over, and here comes McMichael up the near side with speed, takes the short angle shot, and that one is squeezed down by Luukkonen. What happened with the other friend? Guy was funny as hell. Oh, he's watching his dogs tonight. I don't know. I don't think he wanted to watch the Sabres. He didn't think the Sabres would win, but it's okay. He'll be back for one more stream. Maybe I'll do 2 more. We'll see. Maybe the Sabres win another game. Or 2. As long as they get to 500, though, I'm okay with that. As long as the Sabres can get to 500, that'd be awesome. Sabres get this one up the ice. Here comes Cousins. Cousins. The offense just hasn't been there all season long. Really frustrating. Canadians up 5-2 over the Panthers. Panthers have not been playing good hockey as of late. They just lost. They gave up 6 in Toronto. Lost to the Boston. They kind of choked in the third period there. So, I don't know. They've not been playing very good hockey as they head into the final home stretch. Maybe they're just kind of coasting. It's probably not the best. That's not good for building discipline and routine. They just tied. Well, the Islanders, they could be 1 point out. Talk about a team that doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs. Sabres are a much better team than the Islanders. And the Capitals, for that matter. Here's Robinson, though. Finds Olofsson on the near side boards. Olofsson loses control of that one. That puck just drifts out of the zone, but Robinson immediately picks it up, plays it back. Luukkonen, yes sir. Not Cal, someone else. Oh, Cam. He's back in Buffalo. He's also in college too. Everyone's in college actually. But here comes Capitals are offsides. Yeah, maybe I'll get Cam on for another stream next season. It's a rotational piece. Oh, boy. 3:12 to go here in this third period as the Sabres are just kind of coasting their way to 2 points. But yeah, Devils, what the hell, guys. Tragic third period. 4 straight goals for the Penguins. And the Devils have to play on a back-to-back tomorrow against the Rangers, too, at home. So, yikes. Yikes. Oh, my God. Byram. Talk about a player that's not been having a good game. That's another giveaway in his own zone here. Fortunately, the Capitals are forced to the boards, but they get it to the point now with Alexeyev. His shot blocked. Got it right back, though. Far post. Oh, they had the underside of the bar. Luukkonen was fully outstretched. Now another one-timer. That goes well wide, and the rebound goes all the way down the ice. Not far enough for an icing, though. Somehow the Capitals did not make it 3 there. Sabres are above 500. Yeah. With this result here, if it holds, which is definitely going to happen. Is this the second? No, they've won more when I've streamed. No, let me check here. The Capitals, again, are circling around the offensive zone here. Usually I can remember. Oh, there's a guy that got tripped up. Get it to the front of the net. They lost against Ottawa. That's a loss. Here, I'll go back all the way from the beginning. Another shot on goal. Delay call coming up here against Buffalo. as Luukkonen makes another couple of saves. And now we eventually have a whistle there as the Sabres touch up on that one. But as that happens, okay, so 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-1-1, 2-2-1, 3-2-1, 4-2-1, 4-3-1, 5-3-1, 5-4-1, 5-5-1, yeah, 5-5-1, 6-5-1, 6-6-1. I'm at the Seattle game. 7-6-1, 7-7. They're just so mid. Even when I stream 7-7-1, we're up to 7-1 so far, guys. I'll keep doing this as a Washington circles around in the Sabres zone. Carlson with the puck. 7-7-1, 7-8-1, 8-8-1, 8-9-1. 8-9-2, 8-10-2, and this is going to make it 9-10-2. So yeah, their record's going to be, Carlson gets it to the front of the net. The rebound also saved by Luukkonen. Wow, nice couple of saves there. That's shots numbered 19 and 20 against him. So yeah, the Sabres, and if this result holds here tonight, the Sabres will be 9-10-1 this season, or 9-10-2 this season when I stream. So they're also very mid when I stream. Which is funny. I think that's a better record than last year when I streamed, because I only streamed the big games. 500, yeah, pretty much. This is like 480 or something. Basically Devin Levi's record. Oh, the Capitals get it to the front of the net. How did Luukkonen save that one too? Capitals are really turning on the Jets here in these critical moments. Down 4 with 1:19 to go. We're up to 22 shots. Luukkonen making a couple more fabulous saves here. This time against, who was that? Sarbosa in front of the net? Yeah. All right, another face-off. One there by the Capitals. They get it to Ovechkin. Out wide to Carlson. Carlson cross-ice looking for Milano. Or Strome, excuse me. Strome. God damn it. Strome into the high slot. Carlson trying again. The pass did one too many times there. Capitals just getting too cute here, down by 4. Ovechkin again with another shot straight into the gut of Luukkonen. And he will hold on. 14 people in the chat, guys. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. But yeah, the Sabres, they're going to do good here tonight. I like this. I'm proud. I'm happy. They're actually going to win games, and they've scored goals. It's not been a snooze fest for once. I mean, the third period kind of has, because they haven't been really playing for much, but this is exactly what Cal was saying to us that the Sabres needed. Anyways, 44 seconds to go on this power play. Capitals somehow keep it in the zone. Ovechkin fakes the one-timer. Now he takes it. Quick shot. Oh, another post there. Somehow, that's another post in the last 2 minutes for the second post in the last 2 minutes for the Capitals. 34 seconds. Why are they rushing now? Really, guys? Like, this is embarrassing. Eventually, though, Sabres are now going to get it out. Maybe a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Here they come. Tuck across, looking for Benson, but nice defensive effort there by Sandin. Capitals trying to go back up ice with this one. Ovechkin pulls up right at the blue line there. 14 seconds to go. Get Luukkonen his save percentage and his goals against to be nice here tonight. That puck just drifts over the blue line. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here for this game. Sabres with a great third period effort. They knock off the Washington Capitals. It's a very frustrating defeat for them. Their playoff hopes took a massive hit here tonight as the Penguins won. I think someone said the Islanders are tied. The Islanders just took the lead, actually. So, not a good night for the Washington Capitals. Good night, though, for the Buffalo Sabres. They win this one 6-2 over the Washington Capitals. Hey, the Sabres go on a win streak here to end the season. If they don't lose again, Sabres are back. Sabres are so back. But, yeah, it was a good game. Luukkonen was kind of shaky in the first period, but got settled, was protected by the Sabres. Capitals missed a couple of really wide-open chances. Skinner should have scored to make it 7-2, but anyways, yeah, this was nice. Thanks so much, Comrie. Yeah. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Let's go. Sabres win. They move to 9-10-2 when I stream. That's 9 out of 21 games that they've won. I wish that was more. But, hey, maybe, when did the Sabres play again? Do I stream another game? Let's see here. They play again Friday against Philly. I don't think so. I won't be able to stream again until next Tuesday against Dallas, probably. So, yeah, we got Dallas, then probably Washington next Thursday, and then Tampa. I'll probably stream maybe 3 games if I'm really feeling like it, but probably just gonna be 2 or 1 or 2 more games. But we're getting to the end stretch here, folks. Sabres move over 500 again. They're 36, 35, and 5. They now are 4 points out of a playoff spot with 6 games to go. Never say never, right? They face other wildcard teams to end the season, too. But anyways, folks, I was Don. This is Buffalo SportsCenter. Make sure to subscribe and like on your way out. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.